episode. We got a lot of topics to cover today. It's been a very crazy year. We've seen some interviews blow people out the water. Exposing. This is gonna be a crazy year for entertainment. Something tells me this whole year is gonna be crazy for comedy, entertainment, music. So let's keep our energy up high. We got our co-host for Gen Z Radio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, it's Monique Rose, and it's 4:17 p.m. We've got some hot topics to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So we're gonna start with Jess Hilarious.
We don't need to go through the topics, but we could if you want to. We don't need to, go through all the topics. They know what time it is. But go ahead. We can read through the topics. It's not that serious. Let's just spearhead into the conversation. Let's just go down the list and talk about what's going on. Let me turn this down a little bit. So, you want to start it off? Start off the conversation. What's the first thing we got?
Jess Hilarious.
That's the first thing we got? All right, fine. We got Jess Hilarious. So, what's going on with Jess Hilarious? First of all, let me ask you, do you think Jess Hilarious is a funny comedian? Let's forget about her being black. Let's forget about her being a woman or anything like that. Do you think she's a funny comedian?
I don't really know her as a comedian. She just popped up a few times in the media. I'm sorry, I got my southern accent.
No, it's okay.
She just popped up in the media a few times on a few topics. She spoke on a few topics, but she doesn't really pop up too much. She's just kind of random to me.
Would you say she's an implant?
She could have been payola.
What do you mean by that?
Paid someone to go viral.
Oh, you saying she got paid to go, or somebody paid her to go viral, or?
It's possible.
Or I'm sorry, she paid someone who had connections and not made her go viral.
Possible, yeah. You saying she ain't funny. So shoot, if she ain't got talent, it's either that or she's a plant.
Yeah, because I've watched some of her quick videos. What do you call it? Her little, not skits, but she'll get online. She's like any other comedian. She'll, sort of like what we do. Get online, have a topic, talk about it, and then, watch the reactions, right? She's not doing, I don't think she's doing stand-up. That's what I'm really trying to get at. I don't think she's doing stand-up.
No.
Yeah. She does, she's made it big on the internet, not in person.
I don't even see her act in movies.
Yeah.
Or anything.
I think she did 1 or 2 films. She probably had like a small scene. I can't even think about it right now. We can look it up. She's been out for 10 years. Hold on, let's see. Jess Hilarious in any movies and TV shows. She was in. Oh yeah, she's been in some movies. Yeah, she's been in some shit. She was in Rel. She was in First Lady. I got the hookup too. Pretty Stone, BET Social Awards. These seem like TV shows more so. Reality TV, somewhat like that.
Like small stuff.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't think she's gotten into any major films yet, like Hollywood. She hasn't gotten into Hollywood. I think that's what we're trying to get at.
Yeah.
She's not in Hollywood yet. She's definitely on her way, but not yet.
Huh.
I think I think for someone like Jess Hilarious, right?
You think maybe she's independent?
I don't know. I don't know her situation like that. I really don't. The last thing she's done was Breakfast Club.
Okay.
That's like the very last thing that like major, like, okay, boom, that's something. That's an opportunity. That's something to do, right?
And what was the topic about that? No, the show that she.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I heard that she probably wasn't getting paid enough. I think somebody said it, maybe it was Country Wayne or someone said she wasn't getting paid enough, her contract was looking skimpy, and she had to move on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's just make sure that's the truth. I mean, Breakfast Club.
That's crazy. That's just so crazy right now.
What's his name? Charlamagne said, no clue on Jess Hilarious. BC co-host search has me stressed. So Charlamagne is hurting right now because he's looking for a new co-host for Breakfast Club. He says it says Charlamagne the God's year-long search for a new Breakfast Club co-host has come up empty. He said he's fed up. Angela Yee, they never talked about that. I'm not gonna say they never talked about it, but it just wasn't talked about enough as to why Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club. Why did she leave the Breakfast Club? We don't even know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't really watch it. I don't know. Maybe she felt uncomfortable, started to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it could be anything, The radio show has played musical chairs, loads with guests last year. Okay, wow, why would that happen? You just seen that, right? Weeks later, Jess hasn't been on the show. They said they have no idea where she is. So it looks like she ghosted them. She ghosted the show. So she was given the job, but she just wasn't showing up. And Charlamagne is like, what the hell? Like, I gave you an opportunity and you just didn't show up. I mean, that's messed up. Somebody give you an opportunity, you just don't show up. Being a radio show host isn't the best job or career choice, but it's something if you ain't got nothing going on. You can easily segue from that and do something bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hope everything works out for her. I mean, if her label or whoever did the deal with her is treating her bad, because I've heard that a lot, in the industry. Their label, people aren't getting treated good in their label, and so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but this isn't Hollywood.
But
I doubt she's getting.
You know what really gets me though?
What?
She's been out for 10 years, right?
Has she?
She's been out for
I
10
don't know how long Jess Hilarious has been out. I'm being serious.
In 10 years, you would think like she would go big by now.
Jess, what was her first appearance? Jess Hilarious' first appearance was in 1992. No, I'm sorry. She was born in 1992. So
How old is she?
she would be a little bit past 30. She's probably like 31, 32. I can't do the math.
Oh. She was young. She was good for 30.
I don't know exactly her first appearance. I don't know when her first appearance on TV or online, because I think she started off on YouTube. That was her platform of choice to get famous, was YouTube. So I'll just put a random year. Let's just put 2010. Jess Hilarious, 2010. When did she become famous? It doesn't say. In 2017, she appeared in the 9th season of MTV Comedy Improv, Wildin' Out. So it looked like Wildin' Out was her segue into fame. She wasn't around since 2000. She hasn't had 10 years of, being out there. She hasn't had a 10-year long career. It's probably more like a 5, maybe 6. It wasn't a decade. I highly doubt it. She's been doing it for 10 years. That means she was doing it since she was 20. You really think Jess Larry's been doing this since she was 20 years old? She isn't that old. She's actually fairly young.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, a lot of people enter that world really young. Younger than that. Look at the women in the 90s.
Right.
They was entering in their teens.
Right.
15.
But what I'm saying is, do you think she's earned the success that she's gotten? That's what I'm saying. You don't even
really know her.
Right.
So it's just like.
Right. Who is she funny to? Like, who's her audience? That's what I'm saying. Cause I'm not trying to be rude. I've heard some of her YouTube stuff. It's okay. You know, I'm not like cracking up, crying in tears. Like, I don't know anything about her stand up. She was on Wild 'N Out. You know, a lot of people was on Wild 'N Out and just you never seen them again. But she's been able to hold on and hang on to the algorithm for some time now. But I'm just not sure how. That's all. How? What is she doing on the side to get the success and fame? Like I said, she's been in a few shows. She's like a Jackie before Jackie O passed away. DC Young Fly's wife.
She's young. She can do anything. She can be doing anything out there.
Right? You remember Jackie O?
Not to say that she's doing anything shady.
Do you remember Jackie O? DC Young Fly's wife.
Yes.
She passed away, but DC Young Fly met her on Wild 'N Out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Wild 'N Out put a lot of people on.
Okay. Oh yeah. Because I think they helped Chloe and Halle get up there too. They appeared on the show.
Wild 'N Out put a lot of people on the map. So, you know, I'm not saying people on Wild 'N Out are not funny, but let's be honest, Wild 'N Out was very commercialized. It was very, you understand what I'm saying? It was part of the algorithm, but then again, it wasn't. Because if you didn't have cable TV, you really wasn't watching Wild 'N Out like that. You got to think about what the service is that's streaming it.
And it's just, that if you want to appear to a more urban audience, then if you want to go on that show, I would say you would have to have a strategy.
Wild 'N Out?
Yeah, like you would have to, because like I said, it would most likely only appear to like an urban audience.
I mean,
it's not really like
Wild 'N Out urban? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know about that. Wild 'N Out is I mean, don't get me wrong, they had a lot of people that...
You wouldn't see Carlton Banks watching. I'm just saying, right?
I mean, Wild 'N Out had, you know, it wasn't just, don't make it seem like it was all, urban people on there. That's not necessarily true. I can name some people on there who was like, I mean, I don't want to say Kevin Hart's name, but this isn't the most streetwise guy. He had a few moments with Diddy, but that was about it.
I mean, it could be anything, and I hope I'm not getting too much off the topic.
No, we're not, because we're talking about Wild 'N Out's credibility as far as was that made for our algorithm, right? The black algorithm, was that made for the black algorithm or just for everybody?
So what I'm basically saying, like, not just urban, like it could be geared towards the country, the countryside, west side, like, with the cowboys.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just saying, if you're gonna go on a show that is geared towards a specific type of audience, I think you should have a strategy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some type of strategy to get.
No, I guess we could say it was made for because they did rapping, they did not everybody would understand what's happening on Wild 'N Out. I think you have to understand our culture to watch Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
I would say you would have to understand our culture to watch Wild 'N Out.
You do, exactly.
So okay, I'll give her that. She did that. That's why she's been able to hold on to the algorithm that long, because she knew which platforms where it's like, this is where my audience is
if
at.
if I go on this show, then I'll be able to get where I'm going.
Get more people that will follow me.
Exactly.
And build my audience up. So yeah, I'll give her that. That was a smart move for it. And her going on to the Breakfast Club was also a smart move too, because black people do listen to Breakfast Club. Why do you think they have Dr. Umar on there? Okay, they have plenty of. They have some. Listen, Breakfast Club is up there. They validated. Breakfast Club is validated. They get played on the radio. You don't have to watch them on YouTube. You can just turn on the radio. I think they got a segment on 94.5, right? iHeartRadio. So, yeah, I mean, it's a smart move. She knows what she's doing. Yeah. But to walk away from the Breakfast Club, don't think that was a smart move. I don't think that was necessarily a smart move.
Yeah. I mean, do you necessarily have to go on the Breakfast Club? Because if you look at, I never saw Beyonce on the Breakfast Club.
Facts.
I never saw, I think I did see Jay-Z.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z
popped. Some people.
Oprah never been on the Breakfast Club.
She's never been on it.
Yeah, but she's not really in there like that. That's what I'm saying.
I never saw Beyonce.
But this is the thing, you're never gonna hear Oprah say the N-word. You're not. You're never gonna hear Beyonce say anything of that nature. No, Beyonce did a few songs where she was like, "Oh shit, I never seen this side of her."
Yeah,
you know,
eight-ish. Yeah. Have you ever seen the crowd going 8? Like, where'd that come from?
Beyonce be on the block.
Where'd that come from? Like, okay, who is this? Like,
I mean, Beyonce's changed her name to Sasha Fierce for some time.
Yeah.
She didn't really want the Beyonce name. She wanted something more. See, and that's a whole nother thing is as you become more successful as a person of color, right? Is it a thing where we are trying to we have a fetish for like that urban kind of street life where we want to be seen as like, yeah, shit was a struggle. Is there a fetish for that? Even when you're like, I got money. I'm good. I don't need to focus on this street shit ever again. Is there a fetish for that in our culture to be a thug or be in that street life?
Absolutely. 100%.
You think so?
Yes, and yes. Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. And the reason why I say that is because you see it in the black community, and we get a little political, but
no, we're not.
We're not. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess we are, but it's okay because it's some
about black.
The topic is about Jess Hilarious. The whole point is, was she an implant? Because why do we act like we can't have implants in our community?
Of course we can.
People look. I mean, not to bring his name up, but look at 21 Savage. He's did the thug image for the longest time, but he's really from England. And I'm not saying that you can't be from England and have that image attached to you. You know, the tattoos on the face. You know,
you're saying
yeah.
People who's not really from
right
where they portray.
How the image they're portraying. They've had a pampered life, right? They're really nepo babies, if you heard that term before. They're really people who have both mommy and daddy there pushing them to keep going and stuff. They had a good upbringing. Maybe went to college.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. I'm not taking from the people who've had that life. I'm not taking from their credibility or their career. They're probably good at what they do, but don't act like, oh, I made it from the same place that you started, right? It's like Drake's song, started from the bottom, now we're here. You didn't really start from the bottom. I'm not saying we all have to start from the bottom to be like, oh yeah, I'm that dude. But don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to eat off of that. Like, oh yeah, I started from the bottom like you. You just, did you really actually start from the bottom? I think that's what probably pisses people off. And this is why people will say, oh, that person was an implant. because it's like your success is unwarranted.
Oh yeah, like they say sexy red is an implant.
Yeah, but that's a whole different conversation. That's that's on the other side. It's hard to tell what's going on that side when you don't see it
because
on the ground.
Yeah, because they said she wasn't. I mean, I don't know, but they said she wasn't raised how she's portrayed.
Yeah, a lot of these people have money from that just came from nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like, how did you get all that money?
Yeah.
We never seen you do anything. Movies, nothing. Who signed a contract for you to get that?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Black people have implants in our own culture too, and these people are also black. But I think how we value. I think how black the culture, right? I think how the culture. And when I say the culture, I'm not just talking about hip hop. I'm talking about the entire black culture. I think what tends to happen is that we value people we've seen them come from the bottom. They started with nothing. Like Future, we was doing it for a long. In the beginning, Future was trash. Future been rapping for about 10, 15 years now. In the beginning, he had to keep going. He kept putting stuff out. Eventually, things took off. So we watched him come from nothing and make it into the music industry you see today. Like, I'll put it like this. If you've never had food stamps, shut the fuck up. If you never had food stamps, if you've never been on welfare, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
I hear that. Yeah, I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers really be struggling out here, and, they'll act like, oh, I was there where you're at. I don't know about that.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know about that. So, anyways... Hopefully, Jess Hilarious figures things out. If she comes back to the Breakfast Club, I think that's a good way to build on her career. We don't really know her too well as far as a comedian.
Yeah.
We have to be honest on that.
I don't know her at all, pretty much. She just pops up randomly in people's podcasts.
Right.
It's just like...
Yeah. If you just popping up, of course you're going to be looked upon as successful because you just got free airtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move on. Like I said, we wish Jess Hilarious the best of luck. Hopefully she comes back around.
What's the next topic?
Can I do the next one? Alright, bet. Oh, 2024? Yeah. This year? Well, it is 2024. We're already a month in. Okay? What is the goal for this year, right? We've seen the interview on Shannon Sharp, right? Shay Club, right? Club Shay. He was doing it. He's been taking off this year, but he's an NFL star. But long story short, seen the interview with Cat Williams, and Cat Williams said 2024 is going to be the year of exposing people. Do you agree with that statement?
I mean, I don't know if it was, like you said, a conversation set up to do this, but it's happening. I see it, and I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting this. A lot of people are getting exposed this year.
Yeah.
And
we're already a month in. Yeah.
The year barely even started.
Right. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. People gonna start pulling flaps out, It's crazy, So we're trying to figure that out. A couple of other people have been exposed. I saw something in the media talking about R. Kelly is trying to sue. Oh no, they're gonna sue R. Kelly again. They're gonna sue him again.
But didn't they just get him out of jail?
Is he out of jail?
They did. Remember I said...
No way R. Kelly's out of jail.
Yeah, they said he's out of jail.
That's that, and we're not talking about that? Hold on.
They released that man.
There's no way he's out of jail. That's a rumor. Out of jail? That would be all over the freaking thing. Is R. Kelly out of jail?
I saw an article. An article saying he's out of jail now.
Hold on. Let me just read this. R. Kelly brother Bruce is likely his brother, not him. R. Kelly in let me search it. Yeah, let me search it right. Released from jail. No, they moved. No, he's not out of jail.
Yeah, R&B singer R. Kelly released from jail.
No, that's old. That has to be old. That's old. That's old. That's not new.
You sure? You sure about that?
They're not telling you what happened. These are just pictures. This is a lie. This is AI generated stuff. It's a lie. He's not out of jail. That would be all over the news if R. Kelly released from jail.
Wow.
4 years ago. That was 4 years ago. R. Kelly files a new lawsuit against the federal government and all that other stuff. This is not. He's still in jail. But what is R. Kelly's sentence? Let's see what his sentence is. A 20-year prison sentence.
Okay.
Federal judge handed R. Kelly a 20-year prison sentence for his conviction of child pornography and enticement of minors for sex. But he will serve nearly all of the sentence simultaneously with the 30-year sentence imposed last year for racketeering charges.
What's racketeering?
Listen, racketeering is such a broad term. It's like, basically you're collecting money through some fraudulent way. Okay, you're racketeering. It's some criminal way. You're collecting money through some criminal way. They usually say stuff when they can't prove it, but there's evidence there.
Like scamming.
It's almost borderline wire fraud, but not really. It's just like you're basically collecting money in a criminal way. Almost like tax evasion. It's almost borderline tax evasion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I would say one step below tax evasion.
Oh.
Okay, you're getting some money illegally. You're not paying the government. Their share out of it. So, look. Like I said, R. Kelly, not out of jail. That man is still in prison. But going back to what we were talking about, it's 24 of the year to expose people. I mean, I would agree. So far, everything has been about that, exposing people. I mean, now they're trying to go. Who else did he say? He said Oprah's next. Oprah's gonna get exposed really bad this year.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, she already is pretty much because people are speaking out against her on how she's been treating the women under her and underpaying them and stuff and pretty much funding their downfall.
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy.
The question is, do we appreciate Oprah? Like, she's done a lot of good things, right? Hasn't Oprah done a lot of good things in our community and for black people in general, or not even just for a lot of people? Oprah's done a lot of good things for a lot of people. Or am I wrong? It's hard to tell. It really is. And that's the sad part about it. Someone who's made $1 billion, it's hard to tell if they did a lot of good things, Some people say if you've gotten to $1 billion, you screwed some people over. You had to.
But clearly, yeah, and clearly she's been hiding this stuff. And it's starting to come up into the surface. So she hasn't been doing all good. You know what I'm saying?
The rumor is that she was Harvey Weinstein's handler.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. As to say she's associated with maybe some sex trafficking. That's the rumor that's floating around.
Yeah. And like you said, this is exposed year. So people are exposing her and other people for the dirt that they've been doing, you know? And nothing stays in the dark forever. So yeah.
I mean, Seal, you know Seal, right? The guy with the messed up face, dark-skinned brother with the messed up face. He basically said, Oprah knew what Harvey Weinstein was doing with the women that she was sending his way. She knew what was going on.
Oh.
As to say she was affiliate. Like I said, they're trying to say that she was Harvey Weinstein's handler.
Okay.
So if for him to go down, she would need to go down too, because she was part of it.
Yeah.
So how the hell did she wiggle her way out of that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How did she wiggle her way out of that?
Out of what?
Getting indicted to something, you know, for being Harvey Weinstein's handler, as in she knew what he was doing, and she was purposely sending women his way.
Oh.
And he would probably pay her, like, you know, find me the most promiscuous girls who's down for it.
I mean, she's a billionaire. I think billionaires have the upper hand when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein's not a billionaire.
No.
But why the hell would you ask a billionaire to be your handler for something criminal like that? It just doesn't. That doesn't add up.
Because he probably knew she wouldn't be indicted.
So you screw your own self over? It's like asking a federal prosecutor, yo, look, let's do some dirt together, but I know you ain't gonna get in trouble. If Isaac get in trouble, you gonna be fine.
But listen, you think Oprah's gonna tell on him?
Yeah! She's exposed some pretty big names throughout her career. If Harvey Weinstein was that stupid, he deserved to take that out. I'm sorry. You didn't watch this old lady's career. Her whole career is built on exposing people. Why would you go to her and say, let's do some dirt together, and if I go down, you'll be okay? That you're shooting your own self in the foot.
Yeah. This is a woman who's got a lot of wisdom. And
She has a lot of connections.
yeah.
I think the reason why she didn't get in trouble with the whole Harvey Weinstein thing is because she has connections. She has $1 billion. Harvey Weinstein don't have $1 billion. What was Harvey Weinstein's net worth? We can look that up. See, we got to stop with this, the net worth thing, because I think they're lying at this point. Why would someone who does not have $1 billion ask someone who does have $1 billion to be their handler? And on top of that, you know this person has a career built off exposing people. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
What was his net worth?
But she's not. I mean, we'll see, because people are just now starting to expose her dirty work.
Net worth 2020. When did he go to jail? Let's do 2020. I don't know when he went to jail, but let's just do 2020. It was around 25 million. I know he wasn't a billionaire.
Is he still in jail?
Yeah, of course. He's in prison for a long time, but he was not a billionaire at the time when he allegedly had Oprah Winfrey in his camp. Okay? He wasn't a billionaire at that time. So it just kind of is like, how was he able to get her to, you know, sway her to come his way, as in like, yo, I need a handler because, you know, you deal with women, right? Oprah deals with a lot of women in the media, white, black, it don't matter. She has a wide reach. He figured he would go to her probably because of that reason. Look, I've never heard of Oprah actually putting women on in that sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she can, the women that was getting getting sexually assaulted by Harvey Weinstein, she herself could have put these women on. That's what I don't understand. She has more money than this man.
Yeah.
So why would they need to go to him to get put on when Oprah herself could have put these women on? Do one. We got to start keeping stuff simple and adding 1 + 1.
That's possible. you're right. I agree.
So that's why I understand why some people may think that she knew what was going on because she has more money than this man. Why couldn't she just put these women on?
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, because like she's one of these people. I can see she's one of these people that keeps her dirty work in the back burner. She don't really. She knows how to hide her dirty work.
Right. She put on Taraji P. She's put on other people.
Yeah.
She's put on.
Cause I never known her to hire anybody.
Hire? What do you mean?
Like put people under, like to work under her. I never known.
She has assistants and stuff. She has a team.
Okay.
She does. But I'm saying in movies, I know she can put people in movies. As to why she wasn't putting the women that were going to Harvey Weinstein into movies, I don't know why she would avoid that. If those women were that desperate to go into movies, why wasn't she putting them on? She could have easily given them an opportunity herself. That's where it's kind of a gray area. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is very gray in that area. So that's what I'm saying. Some people may think she knew what was going on with Harvey Weinstein. She was purposely sending those women allegedly to him, knowing what these women would have to go through. And after these women started exposing him, she flipped on him and sent him to jail. And she didn't have to face no prosecution. No, nothing. Probably just a witness or nothing at all.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird.
Right. Yeah, the media always leaves out a lot of facts and details that they don't want you to know.
Right.
Or you'll have to research it yourself.
Right.
Because a lot of stories just aren't coming together, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't add up. Yeah. Because even if he was paying her, right? Like, okay, you sending me some bad chicks. These chicks is down. You know, they doing whatever, fooling around with them, right? She is gonna be the profiteer out of that whole thing. As in, he's gonna be, if all she has to do is, she's a billionaire. All she has to do is say one thing, stop going his way. And those women are like, oh, okay, we're gonna listen to Oprah. We're not gonna go. He gets mad and says, okay, Oprah, I'm not sending you no more money. But why is it that a man who makes significantly less than you has to send you money and you're the fucking billionaire?
Yeah, I know that one right
So
there.
either he wasn't paying you or you didn't even really need the money.
Right. Or maybe she felt as though, she wasn't going down for this, so why not?
Yeah. Like I didn't even need the money.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying is that then women should be mad at Oprah then.
There wasn't.
You understand what I'm saying? The women who went through that, they actually should be mad at her, saying you knew what this man was doing to us and you sent us his direction anyway. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, she needs to clear that up. She does. She should clear that up.
Yeah.
Because that can after a while, that'll fester up. Like, wait a minute, hold on. If these women were going to his direction based off of your call, saying like, as in like, you're like, oh yeah, Harvey Weinstein's a good guy. Go to him. He'll put you in a movie. But you knew that he was just going to ask these women to do nasty stuff to get the film. I mean, who's really to blame there? It's kind of like the person who put you onto someone who's gonna rob you. Hey, this guy, he got you. He'll take care of you. You go to do business with that guy. He set you up to get robbed.
Right.
Who's really the issue? The person who robbed you or the person who sent you to that person? That's where it kind of is confusing. Because these women wasn't finding Harvey Weinstein on their own. They had to go through someone, and it was Oprah. They had to go through her to get to Harvey Weinstein. See how that worked? So we don't know, but all we can say is we can wait till things come up. Maybe, she might speak on it.
Because it's a new topic. We'll give it some time.
Yeah.
We'll speak more on it.
Yup.
We'll speak more on it.
What else we got? You do the next topic.
So the next topic, I would say, how
Oh yeah, Tyler Perry, another billionaire. We going at the billionaires this year, boy. Man, they gonna be mad at us. This is Biden's fault, but anyway. This is Biden's fault. He's causing us to do this.
Yeah, because we're sending $3 trillion to China.
Anyways, Tyler Perry. He's had a very long, successful run with his plays, Broadways. He's revered in pretty much every community. I think he's loved overall, in my opinion. I mean, if he's made $1 billion, he's loved. He's appreciated.
Yeah.
But I think that there's definitely some things to talk about there. You know, Tyler Perry. Supposedly, you know, Monique called him out with Lee Daniels, Oprah as well. What's going on with Tyler Perry? Is he hiring black people? Is he like? I'm not saying he has to do it, but he has this is a man who's built his empire dressing like a woman. We gotta call it how we see it. I'm sorry.
You know what? To be honest, I mean, maybe he knew. Maybe he knew because a lot of his audience were actually women.
That's true. When he did his plays, he usually hired more black women than anything.
Yeah, and black men, but his audience, a lot of his audience were black women.
His audience or the people he hired?
The audience.
The audience. Yeah. You're right about that. His audience was mostly black women.
Shoot, if he did another Medea movie, I'd be on it.
You would want to watch it, right?
I sure would. Like Medea is funny.
I think he's done with Medea. I think she's retired.
She's retired.
Or that role is retired. You know, this is the thing.
I miss that. Like a lot of people.
But we're not. Okay, I got you. Hold on 1 second. I think we're missing the whole point of what Monique was saying. How she's underpaid. How is it that Tyler Perry can act like a woman, get paid more than someone like Monique who can actually do the role? What is that?
And that's you know what?
Okay, let me ask you.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Okay, is Medea funnier than Monique?
I don't really know. I mean, I know Monique as an actress. I don't really know her as a comedian.
You said you know Monique as an actress?
Yes.
Okay.
But as far as getting other people to play each other's roles, I think that's an American thing. Like I think that's an American thing. I'm gonna just say straight up.
What do you mean American? Explain.
Because I mean, shoot, I haven't been to any other country, but it's just I don't know. For some reason, America would rather have someone playing, because like for example, a black person, America would rather have a white person painted as a black person than have an actual black person. You know?
Yeah, but they kind of cut. I understand what you're saying. It's like instead of having someone for the role you're playing, let's put someone else in an uncomfortable fucking position so that they will do it.
They'd rather do it the complicated way.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Right.
like what are you trying to prove? Like,
Yeah. I see that. That's a common thing. I think it adds an extra layer of entertainment there because this person is not supposed to be in that role.
Yeah.
Obviously. But is that cheating though? Isn't that kind of like, you can't do the authentic thing, so you gotta make it weird? I feel like that's cheating in a sense.
Maybe it is kind of it's awkward. It's just like it's awkward. It's like I don't see any point in that. It's just like what are you trying to prove? Like, what are you trying to prove? It's just like another thing I want to talk about is like I noticed like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
You know, she wasn't a black. She wasn't like she was a white mammified woman. Looking after children.
Yeah.
But people still like her.
Yeah.
People still like to watch her.
Right. Right.
Including me. But yeah, people seem to like them mammified, like a man playing a woman, playing a mammy role.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Eddie Murphy did it too.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's a popular thing.
Eddie Murphy did it too. He did the woman roles. But this is the thing though. I'm trying to figure out, is this a form of cheating? And when I say cheating, I mean like you can't hire somebody to do that. You can't find someone who's qualified to do that role, so you figure I'll just do it myself. Right?
That could be it.
Because I feel like there's plenty of people who could have did the Madea role.
That could be it.
Or even in Eddie Murphy movies, or even Martin Lawrence. There's plenty of people they could have hired actual women to do those roles that they did. Why did they themselves have to put on a dress and do that role? It's kind of confusing.
That could be it. That could be it. That's the only reason, like literally the only reason that I see that someone would do that. Otherwise, it's just like, what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah. Because I would say that Tyler Perry's Madea put a dent in a lot of female comedian careers.
Oh yeah.
Because now it's like if you're not as funny as Madea. First of all, Madea is not a freaking woman. Let's get that out of our language, or the way we speak.
Madea is the Tyler Perry.
Madea is not a woman. Madea is a man playing a woman. That is the fundamental core of that character.
Well, we know that.
Yes, so let's keep that knowledge there. Let's not try to switch it like she did this and yeah, but Dee is a beautiful. Stop with that. That's a man dressed like a woman.
No. Well, we know that, but Medea's the character.
I get the character, but the character isn't real.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Doubtfire's not real.
I got that. What I'm saying is that putting a dent in actual female comedians' pockets, because now they're like, if I'm not as funny as that character, I'm not funny now because I don't do the same humor. I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? It's like somebody saying, this is the funniest, this is the placeholder for funny black woman. If you don't do it like this, you ain't funny. How could you say that?
I mean, and then again,
Or anyone. You get what I'm saying? It don't just have to be black women. It could be just being black. Oh, if a white person puts on blackface and they do a good job as a black comedian, so-called, it's a fake character. Now it's like, if you're not as funny as that white dude doing blackface, your career is not as qualified no more.
And then again, you have to look at the men who's willing to dress up as a mammy and play those roles. Like, what type of men are they actually? Are they, do they hate women or what?
Yeah, yes. That's the other side of that coin. Is Tyler Perry hiring and paying black women in the production he does? When he hires them for any type of production, is he paying them accordingly? Or is he like, oh, Madea did better than you, bitch. You're not going to beat Madea, so I got to pay you less now. After you done made $1 billion off of her image. So I don't think we're factoring that in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you have to look at that. Because he might be one of those.
Yeah, for a long time, people thought Tyler Perry was probably, a little sweet.
Well, I heard he was molested.
Yeah, Oprah had him on.
Somebody molested him as a little kid.
Oprah had him on her show. They talked about that. He had some trauma as a child, but it still doesn't justify.
No, it doesn't justify what he's doing to other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of what he does as far as his career, is a result of.
Do you think that him being Madea and Madea having this, right? Okay, let's talk about Medea's character. She's always been not difficult, right? But let's be honest, her energy is like Okay, okay. When I say her, I'm talking about Medea.
Yeah.
Okay, not talking about Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
The image of Medea is a difficult woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she carries guns and stuff.
Yeah.
The
Angry black woman.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
The angry black woman. Somewhat borderline annoying. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's always something being brought up, gossipy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think that set a bad premise for other women coming up? So now they're like, okay, since we see that Tyler Perry has made it with using Medea's character as that, right? Those are the qualities that Medea's had, and he's made a lot of money doing that. Should I emulate that now? You see what I'm saying? Because we're gonna follow where the wind blows. That's how black people are. We see a trend, okay, do it like that. So I'm saying, is that messing up women's careers because now they think, well, Tyler Perry acted like a woman and made it big.
You're saying he did like a black version of Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yes, and I'm saying, is that hurting actual women who are comedians? Is that hurting them because now they got to put on this image of being some gun-toting thug, you know what I'm saying, that always has an answer to everything and always, pretty much, has this, the independent, angry black woman type image. I'll reverse it for you. It's equivalent of a woman acting like a man, right? She's doing a male role, and she acts like a thug. She got tattoos all over her face, and she's like, yeah, nigga, GGG, you nit. And we know it's a woman, but she's dressed like a man, and she's doing GGG, yeah, I kill niggas, fuck this shit. We in the streets with this shit. I'm 10 toes down. Not all black men act like that. Like you said, you're not gonna find a Carlton Banks acting like that.
No.
So, and he can be considered a black man, right? But so it's kind of like, is that setting up? It's almost a stereotype. He played off the stereotype of black women because that stereotype was out there before Medea.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Otherwise, I don't think he would have did it.
And then what?
So, what I'm asking is, do you think he used the stereotype of black women to get success?
But it's just like, here's what I don't understand. Where did the angry black woman come from? Because that, I don't know if you know, but that wasn't always the stereotype.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Like in the 80s,
yeah,
it was actually more the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So it's just like, where did that angry black woman come from?
Image come from. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's hard. It's like, which one was born first, the chicken or the egg? The whole idea of the angry black woman, I mean, we can say that it came from the media, but even Taraji P got on camera and she was like, we've always been labeled as that. I feel like that was a hint. You know what I mean? When we ask for more money, we get labeled as difficult or angry.
Yeah.
Or we ask for more pay, we get labeled as like, oh, hard to work with.
Or...
So,
yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like, is that something that people are using to get success off of? Right? Playing off someone's the stereotypes.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a good thing. If it's because like the angry black woman, to make money off of that, I would say like no, because you're just like proving people right.
What do you mean? Explain what you mean by that, proving people right. Because he's not a black woman, so it's like...
I mean, well, maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah.
But like, and a lot of black people today actually play into that stereotype, like regular people.
Right.
And this is another thing I wanted to bring up.
Okay, you gotta expand on that one. I don't know how you segued from what we were talking about to that. Like, what do you mean?
Like, well, as far as your question, making money off of it?
Yeah, off of the stereotypes. Did he make money off of the stereotypes of black women?
He made a lot of money off of it. Because like I said, I was a fan of Medea.
Yeah.
I mean, I never paid for her movies, but
Yeah.
I was a fan, I was watching it.
I got you.
Yeah. I say he made, I feel like he made the most money off of that.
Yeah.
To be honest. And the money obviously came from white people. White people.
Nah, yeah, like you said, most of his audience was black women. When he was doing the stage
Yeah, but I don't
stuff,
think they was paying him.
they was paying to go see those Broadway shows. There's no way he had a whole arena filled with black women. None of those women paid for that. Come on, they paid for those tickets. What are you talking about? They paid for those tickets.
Yeah, but white people was paying him the most
to
play
do it.
that angry
You think
black
that
woman.
so you think he was funded to do that?
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yes.
That's a good point. We don't ask that because we know that with black men we have to do.
Like we'll give you.
We like this.
Yeah, we'll give you $1
Yeah.
million if you play.
Keep doing what you're doing.
The stereotypical black woman.
Right. Okay, that's a good point. We never asked that question.
Because to us.
Yeah.
Because to us, this is how we want black people to act on television.
Especially black women.
To act on television.
Yep. Gotcha.
Because we're, yeah.
Right.
It's just,
this sweet subservient black woman, we don't want that image.
we don't like that.
Because then we'll feel guilty if she says we're not paying her enough. Because she's always been a sweet subservient person.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to pay that person more money?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now we have an excuse now.
Because.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's an agenda thing.
Of course.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like.
Yeah, I see that. It definitely was an agenda there. Now was it spearheaded by Tyler Perry? I don't know, but it seems like it was lucrative for him.
And it seems to be working,
Yeah.
Because you've got people. You walk outside, you've got people acting like Medea.
Yeah.
Acting like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And it's like they see somebody like a Carlton Banks or a female Carlton Banks.
Right.
And they're like, where are you from? Who are you?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Why should we give you a job in our community? It's just like.
I mean, this is specifically for black female comedians, right? It wasn't, like, it's not like he was doing it from a musical role. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, black female rappers, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not saying she's a gun-toting thug, but she got shot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? She actually got shot. So it's kind of like in the black female comedian world, is that necessary to be a thug in that industry as well if you're a black female? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying Medea's a thug. I'm just saying the image that was portrayed, it gets looked upon as like, oh, she's hardcore. She ain't playing around. She'll bust a cap in your ass. It was the same energy. You get what I'm saying?
And you know what the other thing is?
Yeah.
She's an older woman.
Right.
You don't usually see older women with that thug in them.
Yeah.
So it's just like that. I think that was a plus. Like that added to the fire.
Yeah. I see that. I guess. The idea of the black grandma being some hardcore, I'll bust a cap in your ass type person.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's
look.
Like, I'm old, but I can do this and this.
Yeah.
But I'm old, but don't play with me.
Yeah, don't play with me. Yeah. What I'm saying is someone like, okay, well, first of all, Monique is not old. She has a few gray hairs, but she's not old. do you think that image of Medea affected Monique's career? So now she's like, I can't get as far as ahead because I have men pretty much taking an image that I could have used to get ahead. Like Tyler Perry, he's banked off that image already.
Yeah, she could have played that, but I don't know. I guess they wanted a man to do it for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason was, but they had some type of strategy behind it. I can see that, you know. But I see the pattern and I see the effects of this strategy.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler Perry's not the only one, okay? Eddie Murphy did it too. He didn't do the busted cap in the ass type image, but he did, what was the movie, Norbit?
Yeah.
He played the girlfriend, the wife, and the husband.
Yeah.
And Rasputia, right, her role in that movie was somewhat similar, but not quite. It was more so like the annoying, ratchet black woman, right? Overweight too.
Yeah, fat.
It's patterns
You
with
can say fat.
obese. That's what the hell it was. It's a pattern.
I'm not trying to clown fat.
Yeah, of
but
course.
I'm just saying, like,
It's a pattern with the angry fat black woman. It's a pattern with men using this role, right? Like they're eating off that image. The angry fat black woman. Okay, Rasputia, her character was similar. Ratchet, overweight, annoying, loud, you know what I'm saying? She didn't, I don't think she carried a gun in the movie Norbit, but if she did, it would make sense. Supposedly, in the movie she had brothers, so she didn't need to carry a gun. She would just call her brothers and be like, yo, whoop this nigga's ass. You know what I'm saying? She has big football player level brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I think that it's a pattern there. Yeah. Now, if white people or the elites, Hollywood, right, if they're paying black men to be like, oh, eat off that stereotype, then yes, it would definitely be okay, maybe we need to cut that out. But I'm trying to figure out if that's just something black men are doing. Are they just saying, hey, fuck it, let's just go for that role because we know we're going to eat off of it, you know? Martin Lawrence, he did the same thing. What's her name? The Shanae? What was it?
I think I know who
you're
talking about. The white man who played the black lady?
No, Martin Lawrence. And he did, Shanae.
Oh, yeah.
The black, dumb bimbo type ratchet chick.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's a pattern here.
Yeah.
It's always, and this Shanae is old. That was back in what episode, Martin Lawrence? Forever Shanae. He did that back in 1992. So that angry, ratchet type, stupid black woman image, that was old. That's not new. Tyler Perry probably ate off of that from Martin Lawrence. He didn't steal the joke, but he stole that stereotype and took it to a new level.
Yeah, exactly.
Men been playing as women, but some men just took it to a next level. They shifted it into gear too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is, maybe there's a pattern there. Maybe there's an agenda that we're not picking up on. But yeah. What's your last thoughts on that topic?
Yeah, I mean, some people, they do. Like, maybe, he felt that this would be a big opportunity for him to push his career up to billionaire level.
Yeah. But did it affect black women's careers as comedians and entertainers? Did it affect their careers?
It affected the whole community, not just the black women.
But you're not answering the question. Did it affect female entertainers, comedians specifically, did it affect their careers to be able to make it far in comedy? Negatively. Did that image affect their careers negatively?
In a way, I see it. Because then you're basically saying, oh, we don't need women.
We can just play as them.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. I'm just trying to figure out the next.
They had a strategy behind it.
Right, I'm just trying to figure out, was he paid to do it, or did he just do it on his own? Like, oh, this is gonna get him.
Oh no, I believe he was funded.
He was funded to do it.
I believe so.
I don't know.
It's something that went so big.
Yeah.
It's just like you had to be funded to do that. There's no way.
Right. He's like, the typical black man would not just be like, oh, if I put on a dress and act like a ratchet black woman, that's going to turn my career into I don't think we're thinking like that.
Yeah, no, we don't. It's just, no, that's something that the elites would have to have orchestrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I guess I can agree on that. Well, hopefully that changes. Hopefully, we can start being our authentic selves and not trying to really tear down someone else's image, in a sense, right? And career, because we have to look at what's happening today. A lot more women are speaking up. They feel like they haven't been getting paid enough. Okay. We don't see too many women acting like men and doing the reverse, making it big. Hardly. I mean, I think who you just don't. You just don't see it. I can't even name a comedian, a woman comedian who's acting like a man, a black man, and made it big. You just don't see it. So that's why I'm like, maybe there is some funding there, but why didn't they ever fund the other side?
Yeah. It's like, do you want a woman or not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want a black person or not?
Yeah. Anyways, hopefully things change this year. Maybe Tyler Perry will speak up on that, or he probably will finally come to his senses and be like, maybe he made some mistakes in his career. Or if he wants things to get better, maybe he should just hire more black women for black women roles and actually pay them, so you don't have, people like Taraji P or Monique speaking out saying, yo, these black elites are not even paying us enough.
Yeah.
We're barely getting anything from them. So, I don't know. What's the next topic? What else we got left? We did a few so far.
Culture vultures.
Oh, culture vultures. I mean, we had time for maybe one more. We can try to get to Lauryn Hill at the end. Culture vultures. People eating off of our culture. I mean, have you seen anything lately? I mean, I've seen a few things. Culture vultures. People who will try to basically eat. What I'm confused about is why, when it comes to our culture, people, I don't want to say they don't check in, but they don't. They are so quick to emulate it and copy and paste it and say, well, we part of this too. But they ain't probably never had a black friend or anyone in the culture. They never even met anyone in the culture for them to be validated to be able to make money off of it. They just do it. I mean, this kind of goes back to what we were saying in the beginning. People who not cut from the same cloth as us will put an image out there and bank off of it as if they are. Like, you where are you from? Oh, I'm from Shrewsbury and I went to college. And okay, but what's your TV personality like? Yeah, niggas be doing shit. You're like, wait, you just said you was from Shrewsbury though. Why would you do that? My question is, why do we take disrespect when people do that? That is the real question. Why do we feel disrespected when people do shit like that?
I guess they might have ran into a few brothers or two. brother too, like.
You.
What?
What does that mean? They ran into a brother or two. What does that mean? What are you trying to say there? They got a few BBs. You know what I mean? They went on a few dates and started curling their hair. You are funny. I mean, let's be honest, it's happening. It is. People are eating off our culture. They're not part of it. And when I say our culture, it's the body of work that we put out there. I mean, it's clear as day. You got people from all around the world listening to hip hop, stealing jokes, doing blackface, the hairstyles, the fashion, everything. Pretty much everything we do is just open source for everybody to eat off of, and I just don't see how that's even possible.
And I don't understand the black faces. I just feel it's blatant disrespect to dark skins.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, what's the whole point of that? Like, the only reason I would say that is like, you're just making fun of.
Yeah, I don't really see blackface as culture vulture. I just think that's it's the same thing as Medea. You're just using a stereotype to try to get ahead. I'm talking, when I say culture vulture, I would say somebody who, for instance, you got somebody in Korea, South Korea, and then they'll do the breakdancing, the baggy pants,
And don't get a lot of money for it.
Right, like I understand you like the culture, but don't eat off of it as if it's yours. Like, oh yeah, I'm the source for this shit. Like, yo, where'd you get that from? Because you didn't come up with breakdancing and all that trap stuff, and that wasn't born in South Korea. That clearly is a love for Western stuff. The shit we created.
Yeah.
You're basically showing appreciation for it by emulating it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's more of like a culture vulture thing, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody who's never met a black person but somehow magically have dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They got the lineup, the crispy lineup with the Jordan symbol on the side of their head, but they never even met a black person before. It's like, you're watching TV. We know you are.
Yeah.
You're watching us.
Those styles don't look good on
You're not gonna do that on your own. What I'm saying is nobody's just waking up. I wanna wear Jordans, have the lineup, the baggy pants. You watched us and got that from us. You can't say you just thought of that and that's what you liked. That's a lie.
Well, it's just like people know it came from us. It's like, cause you said this one time.
Yeah.
It's the same with like black people straightening their hair.
Yeah.
It's a style, so it's just like
Yeah.
it's a style, so it's just like I don't know. It's just like to me that's kind of harmless, a style, but I understand you saying there is a double standard there.
Yeah. It's not. I don't care if you like the culture.
It is a double.
If you're gonna profit off of it, give credit where it's due.
I would label that as a double standard. I wouldn't label that as appropriation.
Yeah. Because it would be the same thing if black people wore ties and white people started saying, "Oh, you cultural appropriate." It's like, yo, this is for business.
Yeah.
We didn't create the idea of a suit and tie, but we know we have to wear it to be professional.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they're not wearing our culture to pander to us. They're taking our culture to pander to their own people.
No, they are doing it to pander to us.
I don't see that.
I would say so.
We're not getting paid for some dude in South Korea to wear shit like that. Black people are not getting paid for that.
I would say they are trying to pander.
But we're not getting paid for it. We're not profiting from it.
Again, that's double standard.
What do you mean? What do you mean by? I don't understand how you're saying that's double standard. That's, in my opinion, that would be culture appropriation because it's not their culture and they're not giving credit where it's due. It's not like they're dressing like that, coming to America saying, "I want to be a part of hip hop. I want to be a rapper." They're just doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So how is that not cultural appropriation? How? They're not coming to us for that. Like I said, if we stole in a suit and tie, most likely we're going to court. Most likely we're going to, you know what I'm saying, a job. We're doing it for a purpose because we're trying to appeal to the people that created it. These people are wearing our culture. They're not trying to appeal to us, though. Right after they take out those braids, it's back to their regular daytime job and who they are.
Well, like,
that's what I'm saying.
Because, like, okay, I'm gonna put a celebrity out there.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian.
Okay, no, that's actually a good point. But go ahead.
When she wore her braids and she did the black fishing and stuff, she was trying to appeal to more a black audience.
Okay.
And make money off of it.
Right.
Whereas if we, somebody who's already
right, but listen to what you just said.
We would get kicked out of school for wearing braids.
Hear me out with what you just said. She's trying to appeal to a black audience.
It's not, but it's not.
That's because so she knows that culture belongs to us. I'm saying.
I don't see that as like, because I feel like you're trying to say.
If you're not trying to appeal to us, you should not be wearing the culture.
I feel like what you're trying to say is they're trying to steal our culture.
Yes. As if they was already there. Oh, well, that's just us. We've been doing the breakdancing. Fuck out of here. All that shit that y'all are doing in those other countries was done here first, years ago, decades ago.
No, I would say she's just trying to appeal to a black audience. I don't think she knows it's from us, and she just happens to get more credit for it. But it's not. I don't think she's not trying to steal it. She's just trying to like make money off. Like for instance, if I wanna appeal to a white audience,
yes,
I would probably dye my hair honey blonde, maybe Photoshop myself to make me look lighter and more Euro, and I would do that to appeal to a wider audience. Maybe do stuff. Talk about stuff that.
Like I'll give you an example. Like,
I know it's from them.
Yeah. Okay. So for instance, like Candace Owens, do you think she's trying to appeal to a black audience or a white audience? And I know that's kind of a hard one because she's more of a political character.
Yeah.
But we can tell. I think black people can tell.
She just. I mean, she's not trying to appeal to anybody. She has her own beliefs. She's a conservative woman.
Okay, so give me an example of a black woman trying to appeal to a white audience. Celebrity.
Oh my God.
A female celebrity trying to appeal to the white audience. Give me an example.
Okay. I would say there is a lot of them.
Give me an example. The reason I'm asking is because I know you can't. And the reason why I know you can't is because...
A lot of black women.
Okay.
I don't know their names, but a lot of black women will bleach their skin.
No, listen, I'm not saying... I get that. I get the tactics. I'm saying give me an example of someone who's done it. A female celebrity who's done it.
Lil' Kim.
No, how? And you know what's funny? Something told me you was gonna say Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim is not. She did the facial surgery and all that stuff, but that wasn't to appeal to white people. She just did that just because she wanted to do it. It's like getting a BBL.
Why else would somebody bleach their skin?
I don't think it's to appeal to white people though. That's like saying MJ was trying. That's like saying Michael Jackson was trying to appeal to a white audience.
No, he didn't. He had a skin disease.
I get that, but
his situation is different.
And his hair did too. His hair had a skin disease.
His situation is different. Michael Jackson is different.
Oh, his situation is different now. Go ahead.
But it's a condition. We have to separate bleaching from skin condition.
And his hair had a condition too.
But I'm not talking about
Okay, so he straightened his hair.
I'm just saying.
He could have did the lights. He could have bleached his skin and kept the afro.
Well,
Why didn't he keep the afro?
Well, okay. So, alright. So you want to talk about Michael Jackson? So he had a skin disease that whitened his skin completely.
Yeah.
It wouldn't look right if he had.
Look. That's all I'm saying, though. Of course, it's not gonna look right. But was he trying to appeal to white people by doing that?
Well,
no.
He's like okay. So
he's just doing what looks right.
So
that looks appropriate.
So in his situation, that's why I said his situation is different. Because this is why. Because in his situation, he had no control. So he had to even out his skin by bleaching the rest of it.
Yeah.
And so he said, if I'm gonna turn white, I might as well just go all the way and straighten my hair.
Okay.
That was his situation.
Right.
But I'm saying because if Little Kim was to stay, chocolate and Afrocentric looking as she was before, she wouldn't appeal as much to a bigger audience. She'll appeal to us, maybe.
Right.
Probably not even us.
Right.
But she definitely wouldn't appeal to white people.
Right. Okay. I mean, look, I don't listen to Lil' Kim, so you got a point there, because I'm not really interested in her as far as, I don't know what she's put out recently. I'm not like...
It's the same with, listen, it's the same with black blondes. Why do you think Beyonce and Mary J. Blige wear blonde hair? Blonde straight hair.
My thought was they know that black men have a fetish for white girls, so probably they're doing that to try to one step ahead of them. Like, I know you because Beyonce said it. Oh, you Becky with the good hair or whatever, as a jab at white women, right? But it was only in response to Jay-Z cheating on her.
But so does white men. White men have it would also appeal.
So you're saying white men are not interested in the big old fluffy afro and the curly, kinky hair?
No, they just like the big behind.
No, but this is the thing.
Big behind, but that's a whole nother.
No, that's a different topic. But my thing is this: I'm not completely sure because I feel like there's been white dudes out there, right, who said, "Nah, I don't want my black chick looking like a shenane."
Because if you did,
and I'm not trying to say blonde hair and the long nails and all that stuff is shenane looking. But it's kind of a cop-out.
If I was to dye my hair like Britney Spears blonde, I'll get a whole bunch of white guys.
You might be right.
Come in saying, I like your hair, I like your hair, I like your hair.
Yeah.
I'll get, if I had it just regular, Bantu knots or whatever the case, you wouldn't get that a lot.
Yeah, but we've never seen Serena Williams with a blonde straight wig on.
It's just like...
Yeah, she did blonde her hair though.
She did blonde. You have a lot of women that did that. Ashanti.
Yeah.
Latoya Luckett.
Yeah.
Tyra.
Yeah, Tyra Banks. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
To appeal to a
white audience.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Just
I'll give you that.
Kim did that to appeal to a black
audience. Right. But how does this translate?
It wasn't. They know it's a white. They're not taking their culture.
Yeah.
They're just.
They know that they
know what they like.
Yeah. Okay. So how would this translate over to people? Wearing our culture, right? Maybe they'll get the dreadlocks. They not having sex with black people. They not dating black people. I've seen people in other cultures, dreadlocks, baggy pants, but they dating one of theirs. They're not dating someone on this side. They're not with someone on this side. That's all I'm saying. That's cultural appropriation because you're not even pandering to us. You're pandering to your own people. Like, oh, look at me. I got black in me. I know how to do black shit, culture shit. But who are you dating? Who is your friend base? Oh, all of my friends look like me. So what the fuck are you wearing then? Because your friends are not making the culture you're wearing.
I would say people who is probably most guilty for cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Is whites and Caucasians.
That's the same thing. White and Caucasian is the same thing.
White. Not really, but
okay. But I get that.
Yeah, like, white.
So you don't think other groups, Latinos and other groups of people are guilty of it too?
Nah, I don't think so.
How?
They just no, like
I wouldn't
understand the intention behind it.
Right, but this is the thing. I wouldn't throw Kim Kardashian on that list because she's dating somebody who is part of the culture.
You have to understand the intention because white people, like, okay, we'll create something.
Mm-hmm.
They've done this for tons of years.
Yeah.
For centuries, like white people, like we'll create something,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll take it, make money off of it.
Yep.
To kind of like to say, to basic, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
They'll steal something.
Yeah.
And then.
That's their intention because like they to kind of erase us in a sense.
Okay. Like rewrite history, sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're guilty for that.
Okay.
But I would say Hispanics. No, I wouldn't say they culturally appropriate. They'll take it and kind of put their own twist.
Right.
Why they're doing it? I mean, maybe there is some appropriation.
The reason why I say white people, I don't think white people is as guilty, and I have to somewhat disagree with you on that, is because at least they have enough respect to give credit of where it came from.
No.
They do.
Don't.
No, they do. Because I'll give you an example.
It's been proven.
I got you. Look at the song Lady Marmalade. Christina Aguilera did a remake of that song. And who did she have in it? Little Kim. That's what I'm saying. So you got to see where... What? That's what I'm saying. You got to see... Hold on here. Let me just finish the point. She did a remake of it, right? And we know who the original was. Patti LaBelle. She originally did Lady Marmalade. Okay? Maybe most people wouldn't know that, but black people know that. So that's why we don't really have too much to say on that, because we know. And not only that, she had black women in the video too. So it's not like she's just stealing it, completely saying, oh, I'm going to put all white women and non-black people. That's all I'm saying is if you're going to take something, at least throw some of us in there or have something in there that, okay, we know that's not her original shit. People not stupid. They know when it's like, this is not an original. You did a copy of it. But if you're just going to, if she was to take out Lil' Kim and throw an Asian girl and then a Latina girl, that's cultural appropriation. Because there's no way that those people have anything to do with Lady Marmalade. Nothing to do with that. They don't have no history there. That's what I'm saying. That's cultural appropriation when you don't give credit where it's due. You get it now?
Okay. That was a bad example.
How? That's a very good example.
No, it wasn't.
That was a very good example.
That was a bad example. That's about female empowerment. That has nothing
No,
to
we're
do
not
with-
talking about the song. We're not talking about the song. We're talking about who made the song.
That has nothing to do with that.
Listen, we're talking about who made the song. Patti LaBelle made that song originally, and Christina Aguilera wanted to do a remake of it, and she had what's her name? It says Missy Elliott. I don't remember Missy Elliott being in this song. I don't know why they're saying that.
No,
It said featured artist, Missy Elliott. I don't know about that, but Lil' Kim was in there. Maya was in there, Maya and Pink.
I feel like Aaliyah should have been was supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
Yeah.
I feel like Aaliyah was gonna be.
I know.
But then she passed.
And then she passed. Yeah. But like I said, if you're gonna do a remake of a song, at least have people who are in the culture in the freaking song, because it just doesn't make sense to have someone that has nothing to do with that song in there. What I'm saying cultural appropriation is when you take someone else's culture, you don't have any black family members, you don't have any black friends, you're not dating anyone black, but you feel like you can take the culture from those people. That's cultural appropriation.
Babe, there's no culture except female empowerment.
What do you mean there's no culture? Are you hearing what I'm saying at all? I'm saying that Lil' Kim is she's part of hip hop culture. She was there around when Biggie came up. Okay. She's part of the culture. She may be pandering to white people, but she is part of hip hop culture. Okay. It makes sense that Christina Aguilera would be like, okay, let me throw Lil' Kim in there. It makes sense. Especially if she's gonna do a song like freaking Lady Marmalade. That the original Lady Marmalade was all black women who did that song. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
That's all I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I don't really see that as cultural appropriation because at least she had an audacity to put other black women who are in the culture in there. If Lil' Kim was replaced with an Asian or a Latina chick, I would be like, that's cultural. I would be a whistleblower. Cultural appropriation, how you change an all-black female group, which what Patti LaBelle was singing with, and into all these other different women who have nothing to do with our culture.
I didn't say anything about that.
Okay.
I'm talking about real life.
Okay, so I gave you an example.
That's a bad example.
No, the reason why I gave you that example because you said white people are known to steal from us. In some cases, they are known to steal from our culture, but I think there's other people who's doing it a lot more and not giving a fucking dime. They are stealing without even being friends with black people.
I will give you an example.
Okay.
Look at Egypt.
Okay. I want to hear. Actually, let's take a 5-minute break before we go start going to ancient Egypt. Let me go run to the bathroom. Take a 5-minute break. Egypt. You can still talk. So we was talking about cultural appropriation. You said Egypt. Where was you going with that?
Well, if you look at Egypt, Egypt used to be all black people, and they was wearing the shiny what do you call it? The shiny garments and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then white people took over.
Okay.
And they basically, they're calling themselves Egyptians.
Okay.
And, they're like they were the ones who were the original, when we know they weren't, but they're taking the credit for it.
Yeah. Okay. Your point?
That's more so stealing than what you said.
Yes, obviously in the Egyptian, as far as Egyptian history, that's really far. We don't know all the details on that. But I will say
that's like more of a type of rewrite history type thing.
Right, and I'm saying that
like what they've been doing.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I don't think white people are trying to rewrite history as far as what we have, the culture we have today. I just don't see that because, like I said, it would make sense. Well,
they cut the noses off of the statues.
Right, hold on, hear me out. Using this example, I know you don't like this example, but it is.
I don't see how a female empowerment song could be an example for that.
Why do you keep going back to female empowerment? It had that. I don't care about.
Because you see, just because you see black people in the video, what does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything? The original song was done by black women.
And
the remake of the song added Christina Aguilera to the mix, but there's still black women in the song.
Yeah, I think we need a better example than that, because I don't think it's just me who would think that.
So you're saying a better example of why white people are not stealing black culture? I'll use the one you used, Kim Kardashian. She's not stealing black culture. She's not culture appropriating. Why not? Because she's dating Kanye West, who's part of the culture. Her children are biracial, and she specifically did that to pander to black people.
Yeah.
So that's not cultural appropriation if you're doing it for that culture.
Yeah, I said she's not stealing.
Yeah.
I said that. That's a double standard thing. What she's doing.
Yeah, so I'm saying that let's not get them mixed up with double standards and cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation, I said in the example I gave before this one, I said that a good example is when you don't have any black friends, you don't have anybody who's validated in the culture. You're not dating anybody who's validated in the culture. You don't even speak the same fucking language, but you know everything we're doing. That's cultural appropriation.
It's the same with what?
We don't benefit for somebody all the way in the Middle East breakdancing who knows the lyrics to Tupac. Black people don't benefit from that. That's what I'm saying. We benefit when they do this. When they do remix of our songs over here in the U.S., we benefit more from that.
Again, I don't think they're trying to say that that's their culture. I think
they are. That's the problem. They are saying that that's just what we like, and that's a part of it's always been there. No, it's not. Because if I go to a club down the street, I'm gonna see some punk rock shit. That's what I'm saying. This is not yours. You're just stealing shit, trying to build something because you don't have a culture on your own, and that's cultural appropriation. Build your own shit on your own.
Okay, I see what you're saying. With
Yeah,
that was a better example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the difference is at least they know. These people don't know. They don't know that that part of the culture belongs specifically to us. They just see it and think, oh, that's Western culture. We like it. Let's just eat off of it.
No, they know. I mean, some people are in a. Some people, for some people, it does come. It comes from innocence, like historically, white people know certain things actually come from us, but yet they still choose to rewrite history and say that they're the original, kind of like that white supremacist mindset.
Okay, I can see why you would say that. But my thing is this: when people say, "Oh, it's innocent," that these people who don't know anything, okay, like if you don't know anything but you have access to internet, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm sorry. You know, because you have access to internet, right? How'd you translate it? That's all I'm saying. That's more of a cultural appropriation than anything else, because they'll use what you just said. Oh, well, we just from another. You know, if you're wearing baggy pants and you got your hat spit backwards, you know our culture. There's no way you don't know. That's what I'm saying. You're dreading who did your dreadlocks? That's what I'm saying. That's someone trying to steal your culture, but don't want to give the credit. That isn't a good example. At least white people have enough audacity to say, you know, I want a fresh lineup. I'm gonna go to a black barber. They know they wouldn't dare go to something other than what we have to offer to get those services done. They're not gonna play around like that. White people not that. We would shut that shit down so quickly. They did that in front of us. They're not gonna play around like that. Meanwhile, other people will try to steal the actual creme de la creme of what we do. So they'll learn how to they'll learn dreadlocks and braids and put us out of. I'm saying don't do that.
Yeah.
That's cultural appropriation, because you're putting us out of business when you're taking the talents and hard work we put in and you just want to study it and just only give it to your people. That's cultural appropriation.
That's pretty much. I think that's what I'm saying too. Yes.
Instead of supporting you,
yours,
right. That's what I'm saying. Instead of supporting you, they rather put you out of business and just steal it and do it themselves.
Yeah.
That's culture vulture behavior. So that's what I was really trying to get at. We can forget the Christina Aguilera example, but that's what I was trying to get at. Don't put us out of business and just try to replace us and do it yourself. Because it's not your culture to do that. How would you like it if we started learning Kung Fu and teaching Kung Fu and teaching, what do you call it? Tai Chi classes. The dude who's in there is a Haitian dude teaching Tai Chi classes. Okay? He got his Haitian culture up, the flag up. You see a brick and mortar place and they're like, we teach Tai Chi. You're like, oh shit, y'all teach Tai. You go in there, it's a Haitian dude in there. His flag is up. But he got the black belt thing on. He got all this. You get what I'm saying? It's like, that doesn't make sense, man. I get it. He may have appreciation, but don't make it seem like you get what I'm saying? Don't make it seem like it's yours. It's not your culture to be selling it to you. You know what I mean? And on top of that, it's in their country. That's what makes it more even infuriating. Imagine seeing that. Imagine seeing a brick and mortar place doing the I'll give you an example of another person's culture. It don't have to be Tai Chi, it could be something else. In Haiti, oh, hey, we host quinceañeras here. We host quinceañeras for your 15-year-old Haitian daughter. It's not your culture. That's not your shit. Why are you hosting that in Haiti? You get what I'm saying? So some people don't have culture, so they steal from the only thing that they feel like will fit for them. They don't have anything. So I'm saying we've built a pretty the culture that black people built is international at this point. But a lot of people eat off of it but don't pay any homage. They don't even have any friends. They're not dating anybody. Meanwhile, if we want to learn their culture, we got to get married to them and have babies with them.
Yeah, you have to be initiated.
You have to spread your butt cheeks just to learn their language and learn the details. We don't know anything about from our perspective, they don't have any culture. They don't even share it. Meanwhile, they have plenty of access to what we got all day, and they don't even have to be friends with us.
Yeah.
That has to end.
Yeah.
2024, that has to end. Enough of people eating off our shit, and we don't get a dime for it.
Yeah. I agree.
So, people can say what they want, but we don't know about your culture. We don't. And we want to learn too. I think there's a lot of black people who have appreciation for other people's culture. We learn the kung fu and what else do they do? Middle Eastern stuff. You know, we'll learn some African culture as well. European. We show some appreciation, but there's a lot more they could be putting out there that they're not. Like I said, we have to get married to them, or it has to be some deep initiation for us to be able to see all the things that they're doing. They're not going to put it out there for free and have it be exposed like how our culture's been exploited for everybody to eat off of. It's just not the same. I know it's not. So we got to change. We definitely got to work on that as black people, monetizing our culture a little bit better. We got to work on monetizing our culture because too many people think they know exactly what we are and how to figure us out, and it's like, that's not even us. So, anyways, that was good. That was a good topic. Yeah. Hopefully 2024 we see some changes, things get better. All we can do is pray on it. You know what I mean? We have to eat too. We got children we gotta feed. We got stuff we gotta do. So, last topic. I'll do the last one. What's the last one? Lauryn Hill. Yeah, Lauryn Hill. I mean, what's there to say about her? She's been off the radar for a while. She's not really in the media. I don't see people reaching out to her for interviews or anything like that. I think the reason why she was even on the list is because we don't see as many women complaining as much as she does. I mean, we don't see her complaining as much as other women complain as far as being blacklisted. Yeah.
And did small shows and stuff.
Right, but how is she eating? Like, I know she's still touring.
She's getting money.
Yeah, but how, from what I heard, she has a lot of kids, right? I don't know if her kids are grown now, but she probably still has maybe a few more babies left before they all leave the nest and stuff. But how is she supporting herself, right? You see, the thing is you see a lot of women who have a lot less responsibility complaining for more money, maybe. And Lauryn Hill probably has a lot more on her plate, but she doesn't complain as much. She's pretty much, she accepts what she gets, even as someone who is, allegedly she's blacklisted. I mean, she's still touring. How is she blacklisted if she's still touring?
Yeah. She's probably independent.
Yeah, I think it's more of a thing like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to give anybody else a chance to make money off of your master, so you automatically get blacklisted.
Yeah. And that's why she's a conscious black woman. Mm-hmm. And the media, Hollywood doesn't like that.
Oh, no, they don't.
They don't like conscious, dark-skinned black women.
Yeah, they don't like conscious, dark-skinned anything.
It's just like, yeah, you're a threat to them or something.
Yeah. We can't eat off of what you're doing, so you're no use to us.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, do you think that more black people should move like that? Is that conducive? Because like I said, you got people out there.
That's probably why she has so much respect, though. It's just she's not mainstream, but she's still highly respected. She's still famous. It's still fame in a way.
Yeah.
She's still got her fame, but she can still be herself, you know. Mm-hmm. And if she came out with another album, oh yeah, I think people would be on that bandwagon.
I think so.
I think so. She's that much respected.
Yeah. people would be like, "Oh shit, Lauryn Hill put some out. Let's hear what she got to say." This is surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, what has she put out? Let's look
And
that up.
That's you know what? That's why. This is exactly why I am inspired by her.
Right.
This is exactly why.
Lauryn Hill's an American rapper, producer from New Jersey, dubbed the Queen of Hip Hop. She has they gave her a high level position in hip hop. But my thing is this. Why is it that if she can go, maybe she doesn't want to be put into that mainstream category, right? Maybe that's something she's active, because just because you're mainstream don't mean that you have to sell your masters. You can still be mainstream and independent. Look at J. Cole.
Yeah, Sierra.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who's mainstream and independent. Why hasn't she been broadcasted like some of these other independent people?
Well, these people chose to go independent.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the mainstream. How come she's not
black.
mainstream like some of these other artists?
So I think because they weren't blackballed.
Okay.
They were famous. They were famous mainstream. And so that's why they're famous independent. And they keep it going. They wasn't blackballed.
I see what you're saying. You're saying that she was blackballed not just because of her not wanting to sell her masters, more so of the conscious part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. Yeah. I mean, at the same time, you have people like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. We can say they're conscious too. But I don't know. Kendrick. Let's see. Is J. Cole independent? I think J. Cole's Is J. Cole independent? J. Cole founded Dreamville Records, an independent record label. So yeah, he's independent. Who is J. Cole signed by? Dreamville Records. I think before he was under Roc Nation. No, he probably still signed to Roc Nation, but he created Dreamville Records. And that's an independent record label. So he is doing his own thing, But notice how he's not really played as much. So yeah, it's like once you try to do your own thing, whoever originally put you on, you trying to go out there on your own and do your own thing. We ain't fucking with you no more. We gonna let you go and see if you can make it. Spread your own wings. I think that's a common thing. It's not really the conscious part, because conscious people still get promoted. Nas was a very conscious rapper. He went big. I don't think it's Lauryn Hill's consciousness that got her blackballed. I think it was a combination of that and her wanting to be independent.
Well, when Nas came back, not only did he sold his soul when he came back.
Yeah.
So it's just these people, they're like, oh, okay, he's willing to do what we say now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
In his situation.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I mean, like,
what did he say? He said, I ain't a capitalist. He said, I ain't a capitalist, I'm a rapperist. Nah, I get it. Look.
But I guess she's fine where she is.
That's what I'm saying. She's not asking for more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whatever she's getting through her tours and whoever's her manager, they holding her down.
She's getting her
Because she's not online complaining, I'm not getting paid enough, F these guys, these people not hurting me and stuff. She's not complaining. So I'm just saying, what is the recipe? What is she doing that's holding her down like that? You know what I mean? What's that recipe? So I don't know. I mean, look, Lauryn Hill, I would love to see her put more stuff out as far as mainstream, just so we can actually hear it.
Yeah.
A lot of her stuff is like you have to pay for it if you want to hear it. Not saying that that's a problem, but it does make it hard to want to respect that person. She gets labeled as the queen of hip hop because she's one of those people who's probably stern about her money.
Yeah.
But I think that overly sternness will make people lose interest in you eventually. I think that's why we're getting this blacklisted label. Because it's like, how are we supposed to know if you're actually the queen of hip hop if you're not even putting anything out that we can hear? Because, and this is the thing with also black consumers, we don't buy shit. We do not purchase music as much as we could be. We love our freebies, okay? I think Lauryn Hill has put out enough free stuff for us to know that she's a qualified artist. She deserves to get paid, but at the same time, the last shit that she put out that was big was when she was with the Fugees. We don't really know Lauryn Hill by herself like that.
Yeah, she did one album.
Yeah.
By herself, but then that was it.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. Let's just see if there's any latest news with her or anything like that. Lauryn Hill's daughter, Marley, just turned 16. Okay, just talking about her daughter. So she's a grandma now. At 48. Jesus.
Wait. She's a grandma?
I think Lauryn Hill's a grandma. Or maybe she's not. I don't know. I'm sorry. Allegedly, she has grandchildren.
Interesting.
She did an interview back in 2021. She spoke about facing racism, miseducation, fame, everything. She talked about her interview making the miseducation on what happened afterwards. She spoke candidly about protecting her family and little support she's had after her first album cycle ended. So she's saying she wasn't getting a lot. The interviews are heard on Amazon Music. She's been around for 20 years. So you're telling me she's been around for almost 2 decades. For 2 decades. She's been around for 2 decades. And she still hasn't reached the other side yet. I just find that to not be true.
What do you mean the other side?
When I say the other side, as in like, if you have to know Lauryn Hill as far as her early in her career to really search her out and buy her music. If you're new if you're a new music consumer, like if you was born after when she was doing music, you're not looking for Lauryn Hill's latest stuff. That's what I'm saying. You're not looking for her latest work. You're not looking for that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. What is she actually eating off of?
Right. I guess I could do more research on her. She talked about doing a new album, but I guess I could do research on her.
Yeah, she could have did a lot more.
I could do more research.
I'm just gonna be honest. I love Lauryn Hill. She's very well respected in hip hop.
She probably did more.
Yeah.
But the media didn't release it.
Right, but I feel like that's another way. It just seems
They
like
have a knack for doing stuff like that.
Gotcha. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it was because her music was too conscious. That's why I call bullshit. Because you have plenty of conscious rappers out there and conscious people out there.
Yeah, but they threw some dirt in there.
What do you mean?
Like talking about like blasphemous religious stuff.
Okay.
Like, they threw some dirt in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why
there's conscious rappers out there who are making it. As to why Lauryn Hill, not saying she didn't make it, but she didn't reach the other side where she could be her authentic self and still have the fame Not saying she wants it. I'm just saying we would like to know more about her. It's hard. It's hard to say we love somebody who's been out for 20 years, but the only thing we know is the beginning shit of what she did. Huh? Where's your new stuff at? She's touring, but we don't ever get to see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She could have did more stuff. I think she probably just didn't want to burn herself out. Especially if she has a lot of kids. I doubt she wanted to burn herself out like that. That's probably what it was.
Again, I think I mean, we would have to dig her up ourselves.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because like she probably got stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's just they didn't release it.
That's exactly what happened. But like I said, once again, I feel like it's a reason why they did not release it, as to say, oh, well, she's been blacklisted. Okay? If anything, blacklisted is when you got to make 100 songs and you ain't getting nothing. That's actually being blacklisted. Blacklisted ain't when someone says, yeah, you make good music, but we gonna hold it from the artist because we don't. That's not being blacklisted. I'm sorry.
Was she blacklisted? Was she? No, I think black people still like her. But,
yeah.
But the white people, the Hollywood cut her off.
Right.
Because she didn't want to do what they said. Like I heard somebody say that they wanted her to marry a white man, and she didn't want to do that.
That's what they said?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that rumor. Maybe that was an old one.
I heard that one before, and she didn't want to do that, so it was like, well, if this woman doesn't want to do what we want, then we'll just prioritize somebody else.
Yeah, they're quick to replace people.
Yeah.
We know that. I mean, look, all we can do is pray for Sister Lauryn Hill. Things get better for her. We don't know what her financial situation is like, but if she's able to still keep touring and making music digitally from her streams or whatever she's put out recently, that's amazing. I would love to hear more from her in the mainstream world. And I don't think she has to completely sell her bastards or change her label or sign a new contract. I think she can still go mainstream. That's what I'm saying. That's where I kind of feel a little sided at, is that we know people get blacklisted. If she thinks black people don't know that black people get blacklisted, she's wrong. Black people get blacklisted all the time. She could at least get on camera and talk a little bit more, just to give people encouragement who are getting blacklisted. Because like I said, they said that Taraji P was going to be blacklisted, right? Because of what she said to Oprah. Taraji P is speaking up about it. So, it's like, Lauryn Hill, why aren't you speaking up saying nothing?
Well, I guess maybe she's just like some people. I just want to live a peaceful life with nobody, telling me, I'm getting my money.
Mm-hmm.
I got daughters who's doing good. I got, allegedly granddaughters. I'm fine, God's got my back,
Yeah.
I'm fine, and some people, which is, you don't have to have $1 billion
right.
to succeed or to be, it's just like, you don't have to, shoot, because not everyone's gonna be a billionaire.
Right, but someone who has the label of Queen of Hip Hop should at least have a little bit more reach than just, oh, they blacklisted me and I've been off the media for a long time. Like, if you got labeled as the Queen of Hip Hop, at least get online, throw a piece of bone out there for us to chew on. I don't even remember.
I hear you on that. I mean, she has popped up. Like, there has been some pop-ups in the media. They talked about her and her daughter one time on the Progressive channel. There has been some, and then there was there's been some pop
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's getting her money.
Like even she still performs
But
the
she's
Fugees.
still
No. It could be talked about a little bit more. You know, honestly, I'm not trying to. I would never disrespect Miss Lauryn Hill, but this is what I will say. She's eating off of old stuff for too long. That stuff is old. The Fugees, like, so someone who's born after 1999, if you're born in the 2000, you are not searching for Lauryn Hill.
No.
She's still pandering to a certain era and generation of people.
Yeah.
She is. She's not keeping up with the Bradys. You know, keeping up with the Joneses, I mean.
Yeah.
She's not doing that. And I think that's why some people may be like, we don't really understand her success that much.
I think part of it is them. Like, I think they could talk about her more.
Yeah.
You know? Like, because I'm sure she's got other topics that could possibly be in the media and stuff, you know. She's had a lot to talk about back then, you know, when she was popping and famous.
I'm trying to find something that she did that was new. Okay, let's see. I really hope this interview is from this year, because if it's not, I'm gonna turn it off. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. And it says 1 year ago. Okay, just trying to see when this interview was shot. That's all. Because, you know, if it's an old interview, it's like, come on, she's not putting out any new stuff. Yeah, this doesn't look like a new interview.
I think as an artist, you wait for the time, you know, when you really blow up. And then when it happens, what happens to you then?
You know, a lot happens. You get a lot of attention quickly, you know what I mean? And for us, you know, we had been doing music. I'd been with the group since I was like 13 or 14 years old. So, you know, when I remember the success of Fuji La happened, at first we didn't know how to take it. You know, we weren't used to that. We'd already been around the world performing with our first album, and it had like a moderate, you know what I mean, a moderate response. So, you know, we were cool. You know, we would be able to go out in shows and walk amongst the crowd, and people would be like, hey, what's up? But then I remember doing one show and having girls running and screaming, and I was going, you know, who else is here? Who's here? Until I realized that they were screaming for us, you know, and it, you know, it was a blessing. You know, the entire time was like a complete blessing that there were people not only in New York, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, New Jersey, who appreciated our music, but people out here in Amsterdam, you know, people in New Zealand and Australia and Africa were buying records from the Fugees. You know what I mean? It was like a, you know, it's really hard to express in words what an impact it makes. You know what I mean? When you come from East Orange, South Orange, New Jersey, and now you're in Amsterdam, you're in Holland, and there are people who feel you just as deeply as people, you know, on your street, on your block. So, you know, it's like...
I don't... Listen, look, let me be real about her, because I think that there's a little bit of inflation there. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of inflation there. And it's not to shit on her because she's from New Jersey. I understand that a lot of people may think that, well, she's put in the work, she deserves the title, okay, and she's won a Grammy, I think, she's won a Grammy, but at the same time, we know how the British Empire likes to promote and inflate certain people just in spite of. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I think there's a little bit of inflation with Rihanna as well. You know?
But Rihanna's still relevant in the media.
I know, but what I'm saying is, when I say the British Empire, I'm saying they have a little bit more reach towards that side of the world. Okay? So if you have connection somewhere along those lines, you're gonna probably get a wider reach. Okay? There's Southerners who are conscious too. There's West Coast artists who are conscious. But I think the reason why they don't reach as far as people who may be from, you know, New York or New England, because this area is called New England, is because there's a lot more of that British impact there. As far as like, they will take what they think is the authentic side of stuff. And I'm not saying Lauryn Hill is an authentic conscious rapper or singer. She is. But at the same time, I think that her success was a little inflated. We've heard conscious stuff before. Like I said, J. Cole, very conscious. Kendrick Lamar, very conscious. The underground people, very conscious. We know that they're conscious, but they did not get the reach like she did. They didn't get the reach like she did. So that's what I'm saying. Her success is slightly inflated. Slightly.
Yeah, because they know
Even though
she's a very valuable woman.
And I get that.
They know that.
The reason why she's valuable is because she was talking about conscious stuff. She really set the premise for conscious rap.
Just a click away.
She was part of that premise. Tupac was there too, but she was really part of it with the Fugees and stuff. They're the ones who kind of set the premise for conscious rap, because during the 90s, it was really about gangsterism and stuff. The gangster rap kind of started to come out. You know, Spice 2... early or mid 1990s and the early 2000s, the gangster rap started to really take off. So her doing, with the Fugees, and they were talking about more conscious stuff, kind of was like, oh, there's an undertone behind the gangster stuff. And then you started seeing Tupac and all these other rappers who came out who were conscious. You know what I'm saying? I can't name all the different names out there, but conscious rap still is big today. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, people listen to that stuff. People listen to conscious rap, and not just black people. So that's what I'm saying is conscious rap went just as far as the gangster rap. The only difference is not as many people had to do it. Not as many people had to do it. That's where I call inflation. Because it's just like, you guys seem a little cherry picked. Because we know what... It's funny how they'll say, oh yeah, conscious rap isn't hot. Lauryn Hill sold all over the world. What are you talking about? Conscious rap is hot. Mm-hmm. Clearly it is. She's still eating off of the Fuji stuff. And, Kendrick Lamar, all over the world. J. Cole, all over the world. Conscious rap sells. So why are so many people producing this gangster crap? That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said the British Empire knows how to pick certain people and cherry pick. She's been cherry picked. I'm sorry. Lauryn Hill's been cherry picked. Her success is slightly inflated. She was picked by the British Empire, and the reason why I'm saying that is because we know that they tend to focus on New England area. So they're not going to focus on Southern rappers, because there's plenty of Southern conscious rappers. There's plenty of West Coast conscious rappers too. They don't get picked by the British Empire. Music Empire. The British Music Empire. Okay? They're not getting picked by them. So she may be independent and have everything on herself, but she still was picked as in, oh, okay, she's part of the pro-black conscious rap. Okay, we have a dark-skinned black woman who's part of the pro-black conscious rap. Let's send her music everywhere. Well, what about the rest of us? Our consciousness is not important. And I'm gonna be real. I don't really know who Lauryn Hill signed. Has she signed anyone else?
No, because she got blackballed before she could.
She sold music all over. We gotta watch her interview.
She got blackballed before she could sign people.
Yeah, but she sold music all over the world. You telling me she didn't make no money from all that music she sold? Let's see.
It's like, it was a big.
No, I'm just
big,
curious,
big
but
thing.
let me turn the volume up.
How did you manage to get used to the feeling then? Feeling of being a mega superstar.
You know what? I never really adapted being a mega superstar. Like, I was just Lauryn Hill. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of attention, but it was very important to me that I continued to be just Lauryn Hill. Mm-hmm. And I think pretty much I really appreciate my fans, because I think they always had a level of respect for me. I could still go to the store and buy some eggs,
mm-hmm.
and not have to put on makeup, you know what I'm saying? I could just be cool and be straight, and people still just, were able to understand and give me that space and that time. But it's hard, it's hard balancing and juggling. It's hard, being, the regular person that you are one day, and the next day being under public scrutiny, you know, having to live your life, in front of a camera. It's not an easy thing. But
But is she really in front of the camera? Let me see. I saw some other videos. Because she's not. We don't see her in the media like that. Lauryn Hill speaks in Los Angeles.
My inspiration is just
that was 3 years ago. I'm not talking about 3 years ago. I seen something that was new. Let me see. I did see something that was new pertaining her, because a lot of the stuff that gets put on YouTube is 3 and 4 and 5 years ago, and it's like, is she doing anything today?
So we pulling everybody, and this is like, okay, we go on this tour. Now I see hip-hop on a different level. This is the first time I need a passport. This is the first time I'm going to 1996, I'm going to different countries. I'm seeing it on the Fuji level, where it's just like, oh, it's 30,000 people in here, it's 40,000 people in here. Like, this is a career, this is a job.
Yeah.
Like, on a real level. I'm coming home with tour money. I lived off the per diem while I was out there.
What was the tour like?
It was incredible. It was incredible. We was just talking about this today, man. Like, days where it'd be like me, Mal, Miriam, and Lauryn, just like, oh, we're gonna go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? We go to the movies, they shut the whole movie theater down for Lauryn, and it's like us 4 in the movie theater. Like, we had a bus one time where our bus driver was like wilding out, and he drove for too long, right? Fell asleep at the wheel. Our bus flips over while we on tour. Bus flips over.
Who's in the bus?
Me, Nonchalant, Mal, and her hairstylist, and the 2 drivers. It falls to my side. So I'm like, my shoulder's bumping up against the side of my bed. My man Mal, it threw him out his bump. He hits his chest on the, you know what I mean? On the kitchen part. You know what I'm saying? So the Fugees then send they bus to go get us. They fly their whole crew to the next spot, fly us in, and then by the time, like, they was just showing so much love.
What is he talking about? He said that,
You're confident. Easy to deal with, too. You're confident.
That part about it, I always been confident but not arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, now, if you want to talk battles, I'm going to destroy you. Produce, nothing for her.
Right.
Okay.
A break from, oh, y'all think Clef and is the only one no, I can do what, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's simple, and you can see how Sony could come in and do that, but you can't take away from, no one ever penned nothing for her.
Yeah, right.
What he's talking about is the different producers and that sort of thing. Because when you got the album, it said written, produced,
and arranged by Lauryn Hill. That's
but please don't take away from her pen.
All right.
Please do not
I just need you to get that clip.
Yeah, please don't take away.
was wilding.
Hold on.
Just put that around there. Just put it in a little box.
Remember Remy was here?
Wait, hold on.
So the whole conversation is Lauryn Hill did not, she was really producing the music that she was making with the Fugees. She was arranging it, doing everything. I think that's why her success got up there, because it was like, oh, she's doing mostly everything. I don't know about the producing part. I mean...
Hold on. Remy was here. Said it was Heineken.
No, you trying to bring her down with y'all.
No, Remy sat right where Guru was at, and he's like, everybody knows niggas was writing for her. She said that right here.
No, niggas, nobody wrote for her.
No, listen, on the camera, to be clear, the discrepancy is written, produced, and arranged as if she did everything.
Right.
That means
I understand that.
That means she did 100% of the record.
And
just play in slow motion.
Let's
the clip where he was like,
here's the point. Is that let's say
the beat writer is a writer.
Yes. Now we have to make that clear. But let's say, for example, there's been plenty of people who did one beat for Jay. Ninth Wonder is an example. My brother, I love him to death. He'll take that thing and make a whole conglomerate out of it because he goes, yo, I did this on the Black Album and I'm moving on. What Vader and a lot of people missed was the year of walking around the industry going, yo, I did this on this 5-time Grammy Award-winning album.
And you should give me work now, and I'm gonna get paid.
But that's what we have to differentiate. But don't you ever in your life think that somebody wrote something for Lauryn Hill. Are you out of your mind?
That's a major hit to not be able to say, I did this on this album
and get the work that comes from that.
No, that woman's pen is impeccable.
No, not her.
No,
pen.
you're talking about
the other part.
we got
Right.
the
So obviously, I think it can be agreed upon that she made most of the music, right? That she's garnered success for. Okay? Like I said, this is no disrespect towards Lauryn Hill. Nothing is changing for her. She's still the person that she is. What I'm saying is that I think her success is slightly inflated. Like, we get it. Why are we still, it's like ice cream. You eat the ice cream, you savor it, but at some point you want another scoop. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like, I want another scoop of ice cream. You can only savor it. The first scoop you got so much, and I think that she's put out a body of work, but it just doesn't add up to how much success she's got. Not financially. That I'm not saying. She's good. She could have gotten paid more. 100% Lauryn Hill could have gotten paid more money. As to why she has this, like, she's untouchable, like nobody can compete with her. She's never did a versus bars with nobody. Not saying that makes the culture, but it's certain things that she missed. It's certain steps that she missed. You telling me the rest of us have to do all this shit, but you think you're so untouchable just because you're conscious that you don't have to do none of the other stuff we're doing? That's what I'm saying. That's kind of BS. And I think people should be honest about that. It is a little bit of a BS. You know, we get your pen is impeccable, but who else's pen is impeccable? We can say Nas's pen is impeccable. We can say Kendrick's pen is impeccable too. But conscious rap is not necessarily hard to get famous in. Like, conscious rap is not that hard to get notoriety in. It's not that hard. Okay? All it takes, a lot of the gangster dudes do this on purpose. They put out the gangster the gangster rap and all that stuff, the drill music, right? But they'll turn around and then do something conscious. They're like, oh, that's different, right? Gucci Man, he'll be like, oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. And then he might say something that's like, oh yeah, black people got this. And he's like, I never heard Gucci Man talk like that before. So it's like, it's not really that hard to be conscious if you're coming from a place that you never really was. That's what I'm saying. Her success is slightly inflated. I'm not saying it's completely, slightly inflated. I think she knows that too. Like, why am I getting this? You know what I mean? Like, she did the Fuji, she did those songs were hits. Was she making hit after hit after hit in hip hop? And this is the thing, hip hop changed. The music you hear today isn't hip hop.
No.
The shit that Drake puts out, that is not hip hop.
It's not hip hop. That's
Okay?
rap.
Something like what J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar, that's more closer to hip
That's
hop.
hip hop.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So as to why she hasn't trailblazed more in hip hop, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Because in my opinion, drill has made it international too, but drill has so many people eating off of it, it's hard to say black people are the only people responsible or profiteering from that. Hip hop is pretty streamlined as that's black culture. Hip hop is black culture. You cannot turn around and say, nope, well, the Latinos have always been there too. No, I'm sorry. Hip hop is black culture, man.
Yeah,
we created that. We put our hard work into that.
I mean, other people, a lot of people eat off of it, but they know it's ours. But what I'm saying is, like, my thing is, like, what they'll do is my problem is, like, they'll eat off of our culture and then say that they'll, like, do the rewrite history thing, like, type thing, like white would do. Like, this is our culture.
So would you say Eminem is part of hip hop too? I know that came from left field, but but I'm just saying, would you say he's part of the culture too, hip hop culture?
When you say that, you mean like black?
Hip hop.
Oh, yeah, he died then.
Would you say he's conscious?
No.
Why can't hip hop? why can't Eminem be conscious? If he's part of hip hop, why can't he be conscious?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like hip hop is not, I don't think it has anything to do with consciousness. I think it has to do with like the music itself, the instruments.
Yes.
And the way it sounds.
The style, the dance,
the beat,
the dancing, everything, everything.
Like
all
that,
of it.
Yeah, like the words is like
the rhythm, the style, the dancing, the fashion, all of that's hip hop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's a culture.
Mm-hmm.
So to say because she's conscious, she's the queen of hip hop. I'm sorry. That's just that's where I draw the line at. That's British Empire imperialism trying to tell us what our culture is.
No. It's just people realize her value. She's a valuable woman, and she,
I just feel like the idea of saying that consciousness equals hip hop. That's not true.
No, because you can be conscious over a trap beat.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, hip hop is. I grew up on hip hop.
Right.
Lauryn Hill did hip hop. Jay-Z did hip hop.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I was just. She's not the queen because like I said, she's not mainstream, but she is. It's a different type of what do you say? Money.
Yeah.
It's a different type of fame,
right.
I guess.
Right. Okay, this is only a northern thing. I'm sorry. I want to put the record straight. I lived up north for a while, but I also lived down south. Okay, this is just a northern thing. That's why I said British imperialism.
What's a northern thing?
The idea of if it's not conscious, it's not good enough for us. That's a northern thing, because southern the whole body of work is what makes what we call the culture. It's the body of work, not just one singular aspect.
You're just saying that because she's from New Jersey.
No, well, I'm saying that because hear me out. I'm saying that because I know it's not just her being from New Jersey. I'm saying that because I noticed that it's not just New Jersey or just something I noticed to be in all of our culture. It's an aspect of it. I don't care. Me personally, I don't care about a label. You can call me the queen of hip hop, the king, the rookie of hip hop. I don't care about the label. I care about the body of work. And I'm saying the body of work that she's put out, a lot of it gets summed up to just being conscious, and that does not equal hip hop in total. Because there's other aspects of hip hop that does not get as much respect and appreciation.
But she also got a lot of popularity from white too.
What do you mean?
It wasn't just black people.
I'm not even talking about the race. That's why I asked you. I said, do you think that Eminem is conscious? Because he's pretty much up there as a hip hop legend. He's big.
I think he's another one. Whereas white and black people like him.
Yes, but I'm saying he's not conscious in his rap.
No. I'm not saying you have to be. I'm just
right.
saying.
So that's what I'm saying. Where is that energy coming from? Where it's like you have to be conscious in hip hop in order to make it far. Because I just feel like that's not always the case.
No one said that. No one. What are you saying? Like I don't understand.
Okay, so I'll get to the question because maybe you don't. It's not really a question. It's more so something I noticed when it comes to northern hip hop rap.
It's not just about her being conscious.
Yeah.
I told you she's a valuable woman. She's highly respected, and she, I feel like certain things she talks about in her stuff, in her music. She talks about certain things that maybe other female rappers don't talk about.
Okay.
And also, like, she also reached she was international. I could see her being international as well, because she had a Caribbean influence as well.
Okay.
And she's spiritual and stuff, and she's just a valuable woman. She's attractive. She's a pretty black woman.
Right. You're talking about the qualities and traits. Okay, I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to get at. Okay, I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to get at. Okay, you have Southern rappers who probably try to do the conscious thing. Don't really hear it too much. Okay, the conscious thing is really a Northern thing.
You keep going back to consciousness. What?
Because that's what I'm trying to buckle down on as to that is really isolated. That's a very isolated aspect of hip hop, in my opinion. As in, no, let me just finish the point. So you have rappers all across the U.S. You have people doing hip hop and rapping all across the U.S. Hip hop is not just isolated to New York or the North Side. There was West Coast rappers doing hip hop, Southern rappers doing hip hop. Okay, what I'm saying is that they never were labeled as conscious, and I don't even think they put out conscious music, like a large body of work when it comes to conscious music. Of course, you had your Tupacs, you had maybe a few other characters out there. Nas, he's from up north too. You had a few other people out there. Okay, the problem is, they turned hip hop into, and I'm saying this was not done by black people. I can specifically advocate and say that was not done by black people. They turned hip hop into a thing where it's like, if you don't make the music conscious, then it's not hip hop no more, it's trap. And I'm saying how I know that's what they did is because, like I said, they took a few characters out there and said they are the people who control this industry, right? Gatekeeping, once again, gatekeepers. We're the ones who control this industry, and if you don't do it like this, then it's not going to be the same thing now. Hip hop, Lauryn Hill is not the gatekeeper of hip hop. She's not the female gatekeeper of hip hop. Notice how there's no king of hip hop because a lot of people were doing it. She only got cherry picked because of British imperialism. And they said, oh, this is a good way to stop these Negroes because we know that there's other hip hop artists, but they're not making the same music as Lauryn Hill. They're making their style of hip hop. Because like I said, you had Southern hip hop, you had Western hip hop. Okay? Now, as to whether Eminem did conscious hip hop, no. He did hip hop, but it wasn't conscious. Dr. Dre, none of those people did hip hop and made it conscious like Lauryn Hill did. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that was pretty much the castration of hip hop, of saying if it's not conscious, it's not hip hop. And I'm saying that is where I said her success is inflated. Because who's to say that that's not hip hop just because it's not conscious? It's still hip hop. Am I right or wrong? Yeah, I'm right. I know I'm right because, like I said, I asked you specifically, would you say that Eminem's conscious? And you said no. You said that he's part of hip hop, but he's not conscious.
You keep going backwards. I already explained those things. You keep going back to consciousness. I already explained.
Yes, because I'm saying that's what she was respected for. She was respected for the body. She was respected for the entire body of work. But it was if she was to get on there saying, "Oh yeah, fuck niggas, fuck bitches," if she was to do all that shit, she would not be the Lauryn Hill she is today. She wouldn't have gotten all that respect. She gotten all that respect because she was labeled as a conscious rapper. Or somebody, well, not a rapper, but she was labeled as a person who's conscious. That's the biggest part. And her work is good too. The music, quality of music, the penmanship, all that's amazing, impeccable, like he said. But it was the conscious part that really was over the top. But people were like, "Oh, look at that! She's doing music and she don't have to talk about pussy this and nigga that and shooting this. She don't have to do all that." So I'm saying that was the part that a lot of people.
She used her talents.
Yeah, but
and they worked for her.
Right, but what I'm saying is, who is to say consciousness equals hip hop success? No, I'm not saying that you said that. You keep saying. Hear me out. I'm not saying. I didn't say that you said that. I'm just saying who was the person who said if you have to be conscious in hip hop to make it? Who was saying that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I said, I don't think that came from black people. I don't think black people were saying, only way for us to be good in hip hop is to be conscious. I don't think black people said that. You get it?
So ask white people.
I personally know where it came from. Like I said, especially up here in the north side, that's why a lot of the underground rappers and the conscious movement, a lot of these people came from Chicago and the north side. Because that's how they wanted the music to be. They wanted a lot of the northern rappers who were underground and who were doing it similar to how Lauryn Hill was doing it, came from the north. They came from the north side as to say, okay, we're gonna do conscious rap. We're gonna pretty much do music, but we're not gonna be talking about all that nigga shit that they talk about down south or in the west side. Because, you know, Ice Cube was doing conscious shit too. Fuck the police. He didn't get as big as Lauryn Hill. He may have transferred into Hollywood, but he didn't get big as Lauryn Hill. Do you get what I'm saying? There was conscious rappers back then, but they didn't make it as big as Lauryn Hill. You can say, well, their pen wasn't that good, but it was still conscious rap. It was stuff that was more so like what they would consider woke. Okay? It was still that type of rap. And I'm saying that doesn't equal hip-hop. Woke does not equal hip-hop. That's where we got to really change that, because I feel like that's unfair in a sense where it's like it's almost a political thing. It was a political thing done. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us feel that way. Do you get where I'm coming from there? Not all of us feel like we need to be into the racism, into the cultural awakening and the miseducation. Not all of us feel like that. A lot of black people do face what she's talking about, but not all black people feel like that. Some black people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. And like I said, a big part of that is down south. A lot of southern people just, I'm not saying they don't respect Lauryn Hill down south, but they look at it as like, we kind of been doing that already. We just changed the way it was done. Changed the way it was done. Like, I can think of some southern people who, and honestly, not even on that topic, a lot of the women down south, most of the singers you hear today are probably from down south. Black female singers. Most of them you hear from down south. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. But that's a whole different topic. I'm just saying more so, I think that this is a regional thing. It is a regional thing. It is. So, what coast are you on? Lauryn Hill made it big internationally for a reason. Lauryn Hill made it big over here, but not as much as you think she did. She didn't make it big in the U.S. as much. She made it big internationally, and we have to be careful with how that works. Why? Because sometimes people will represent you that really don't care about you. And I'm not saying Lauryn Hill doesn't care about all black people or all the artists that's over here in the U.S., but I don't think that she necessarily focused on this market, appealing to this market. She focused on what they gave to her as far as like, hey, go international because they'll love you because you did the shit with the Fugees. You'll be able to tour internationally a lot better.
To be honest, it sounds like you have something against
No, I don't. Lauryn Hill was the last topic. I'm saying that this doesn't change anything. I'm saying this doesn't change anything about how much she's respected. I'm saying that I noticed that she just got the respect title. She got the Queen of Hip Hop title, but we don't really hear from her that much. Us, who is she pandering to? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying black people don't love her. Black people love them some Lauryn Hill. Just don't hear from her as much. The only thing we can really talk, like I said, if you're a young black person and you was born after 1999, you're not searching for Lauryn Hill. You're not. And that's the truth. You're not searching for her. Even now, conscious rap, yes, you'll find some young people who like conscious rap, but they're not searching for Lauryn Hill. So it's nothing I got against her. I'm telling you that is the trend today. So as to what's going on as far as her being out there in the world and stuff and producing music today and touring in other countries, Yeah, other people would be like, oh, black people are conscious. Lauryn Hill's, you know, a dark-skinned woman in the music industry. She's conscious. However, is this the body of all black people? No.
I didn't say it was.
I never said you did. Why you keep taking personal offense like I'm saying this about you? I'm not saying that. I'm saying what the thought process most likely would be. Because if she goes to Amsterdam or some other country...
Yeah, you gotta stop doing that.
Doing what?
Stop saying...
I never said you said anything. I never said you said anything. So you don't have to say, I never said that. I'm saying you didn't say, I'm saying that this is what people are probably thinking. It's maybe. Maybe they're thinking, hey, this is Lauryn. Like I said, if she was to go to Amsterdam and they never heard black culture, they may think, oh, well, all black people make conscious hip hop. That's not necessarily true. That's what I'm saying. So in that sense, yes, that's cherry picking people because clearly not all black people make conscious rap, conscious hip hop. Not all black people make conscious hip hop. Okay? So she's a very specified, refined version of, if you want to say that, of black culture, in my opinion. This is just my personal opinion. Her success is slightly inflated because people listen to drill, people listen to trap. You may say it's not conscious, but who said music has to be conscious? And that's the only thing it can be. Nobody ever said that. You made that choice to make conscious music, and if she got blackballed for it, that's really fucked up. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, even though it is fucked up that she got blackballed for making conscious music, it doesn't negate the fact that her success is slightly inflated, as in people only pushing her music because it's conscious. I don't think they're necessarily pushing it because it's the next hottest thing to listen to. That's what I'm saying. That's a fair critique of her body of work. That's a very fair and honest critique. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it just because it's Lauryn Hill. That's a fair critique of her body of work. She got pushed because it was conscious, not because it was the next hottest thing to listen to. And that's fine. She doesn't have to be the next hottest thing to listen to. Sometimes that's not what's needed. You get what I'm saying? It's not needed. But the consciousness is appreciated, but it can easily be construed as, oh, she's trying to be woke, okay, today. But like I said, there was a lot to cover today. I know you didn't really have much to say about Lauryn Hill, which is fine. I didn't think we was gonna go in on Lauryn Hill that much.
You definitely went in on her.
Yeah, because like I said, she's only one aspect of the music industry. She's not the like, it's like saying Jay-Z is the king of all black music. That's a lie. He's had a good run, but the nigga is not the king because black people are not done. Black people are still producing shit. But to say because you don't make music like a Jay-Z, you're not as good as him, that's a lie. That's all I'm saying. There's people who's out doing... First of all, if you want me to be honest, I think the greatest black female artist of all time is Whitney Houston, if you want me to be honest. You're not touching her career. Sorry. Her body of work, her voice, everything. She was probably one of the greatest female artists of all time, in my opinion. You're not touching her career. There's people who watch hip-hop get created. Hear me out. This is the last part I was saying, and then we can wrap this up. There's people who were born in the 60s who were black who did not know what hip-hop was because it wasn't made yet. For instance, I have family who were 60s, 70s. So they watch hip-hop be created and hip-hop fall. They will tell you that that is just a segment of black culture. That is not the end-all, be-all. This idea of that black culture has to be some conscious thing, every part of black culture has to be conscious, is not completely all true. That's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying now? You get what I'm saying now? Can we agree on that, or... Some people live, what I'm saying is some people live to watch hip-hop be created and hip-hop fall. They watch the rise and fall of hip-hop. That's what I'm saying. So if she thinks she's the queen, if she's labeled as the queen of hip-hop, that's fine, but I think it's kind of selfish to say if you make hip-hop, it has to be conscious. I think that's untrue. And I'm not saying that she said that or anybody else, but you do kind of get that energy being put out there. oh, hip hop has to be conscious. It has to be like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. You get what I'm saying? There? At all?
I mean,
And you gotta come a little bit closer to the mic.
I have nothing else to say. I mean, I'd be repeating myself if I, but yeah,
I mean, you don't have to feel afraid to talk about this conversation because eventually it will be talked about anyway. I mean, it's gonna be people talk about Lauryn Hill as far as whether she had ghostwriters and stuff. I'm saying all I was saying is that it's a northern thing. It's not really a southern thing. I don't. What I'm saying is when I say it's not a southern thing, like, you know, you don't really hear too many people going crazy about Lauryn Hill down south or even West Coast because they have their own version of hip hop. That's what I'm saying. Hip hop is slightly divided in a sense. You still got people making hip hop down south, West Coast, but they're not gonna ever promote it like how they promoted northern hip hop. They're just not. So they switched it over into drill. What did they do? They turned it into trap music, and then they started turning it into drill, and then R&B came out. You get what I'm saying? These are not hip hop. Hip hop is just one segment of black culture. Okay, I just want to make that clear. Can we agree on that?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to get at. That's really what I was trying to get at. That was the main point. And I'm saying that I think some black people still are stuck in that kind of like, oh, well, yeah, hip hop is what black culture has always been. It's still what it is today. Look, hip hop had its run. Hip hop had its run. It still does. A lot of the people who are in hip hop still do hip hop. Okay? Now, do they try to transfer over to trap and drill? They try to, but they can't get a handle on it, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me explain really quick. Let me just explain it, because I want to make sure you get the point so you don't think I'm trying to disrespect Lauryn Hill or she doesn't deserve the queen of hip-hop. I'm going to make sure you understand why I'm saying this. Because hip-hop turned into a political thing. It was no longer about the artistry anymore. It started to turn to politics. Like I said, racism, all that stuff, that's cool, but who said that hip-hop had to be political or conscious? Who said that? That's all I'm saying. Take the politics out of the art, because that's what's really ruining a lot of artistry today anyway. It's ruining it.
Actually, no, it's not.
Okay, so explain.
It's the over-sexualization that's ruining it.
Sex is slightly political, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's that.
I'm saying sex is slightly political, but go ahead. It's sexual nature that's political.
That's ruining it.
But what I'm saying is, why do we have to add politics to artistry? Why can't it be something that is it's just art? It's like a movie. You make an action film. You're not going to see the actors being taken to court. Oh, you killed somebody in the movie. This is bad for the culture. You're not going to see that because we know it's just art. That's what I'm saying. Where did the line get blurred where it's like now if you make music, if you're talking about something that's entertainment, it's no longer respected anymore because it has to be conscious and pertaining to something political. That's all I'm saying. Where did that come from? Who said that that's what our music has to be?
It's overly, like when you got people like Sexy Red talking about her poom poom is pink and her butthole is brown and stuff like that. That's when it starts to get too much. No one wants to hear about what's happening in the bedroom. Like certain things should be kept in the bedroom.
Okay.
And you don't need to talk about, your body parts, the color of your body parts to go viral.
Okay.
I'm not saying you have to be conscious, but just talk about other stuff. We're tired of hearing the over-sexualized lyrics and stuff, and how many times you got you got popped in the butt and stuff. We're tired of hearing that.
Okay. But like I said, once again, they can make 1 million action films and kill people. They don't ever get questioned for that though. Make video games about blowing people up in warfare. Nobody's ever going after these people.
It's the same with the violence.
No, but I'm
They
saying
put violence in music too. It's the same with the violence. It's both.
Right, but I'm saying that the people who's creating this content, not in black side, I'm talking about on the other side. They make millions of action films. They make millions of porn films. They make millions of, and I'm not saying just because they're doing it, we should be doing it too, but they're profiting off of it.
Yeah, but they're profiting, people in the music are profiting off of it. That doesn't mean that they should continue to talk about their TT bone and their doo-doo holes.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is this. Why is
Just so you know, they're putting this stuff on the radio.
Right. So this is what I'm trying to get at. Is why is it that when we do it, we catch hell from it? But when they do it, they don't catch hell from it. That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
When we talk about the killing niggas, F his girl, drugs, they do the same thing on the other side. The people who's paying us these checks do the same thing.
I mean, I can only speak in my community about that.
Here we go. I can only speak in my community. Go ahead.
I don't
All right.
listen to their music.
Okay.
So I can't really. I can only speak on what I know. I don't listen to their music.
But like I said, you get where I'm coming from when I say we catch more hell. We're held accountable more for something very minor when it's just entertainment. Versus when they do it, they get free.
You're calling having sex on the radio entertainment?
No. You gotta stop wrapping things up into one little point and then just saying that's what it is, because that's not the truth. I'm saying when we do entertainment, okay, we're held to a higher standard. So it has to be conscious, it has to be politicized, and it has to have some funding there, an agenda. Meanwhile, when they push their content, free range, blow shit up, blow up cars, kill people, everything under the sun. They don't catch any hell for it though. Not as nearly as much as we do. We create the sexy red content, the Gucci Man content. Oh, you need to be blackballed because you destroyed black culture. That's what I'm saying. That's a double standard. That is a double standard, because if it's entertainment, it's entertainment. No matter if it is blowing stuff up, killing, having sex with people, whatever the case may be, it's still entertainment.
Again, I can only speak on what I know.
Yeah, and I'm speaking on what I know too. I'm saying that if the entertainment is politicized,
I'm not saying what they're doing is right. It's all wrong.
Yeah, but
nobody should be doing it. I don't care who's doing it.
Yeah, but you can't. That's not your. Oh, go ahead.
I can't speak on. I'm just saying. I'm talking about people who supposedly represent me, or black people in America. The people that they're pushing to represent us.
Okay, wait. Repeat that part. I'm sorry. I kind of zoned out. What'd you say?
The people that is pushed up to represent us. Those are the people I'm talking about. Okay.
Lauryn Hill's pushed up to represent us, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm saying, well, as far as her, I already know your views on her, so I'm not.
Listen, my views have never changed on Lauryn Hill. I said I love her music. She is kind of one of those people who's like, okay, we get you, we're conscious. Don't understand why that's more successful than just being entertainment. That's all I'm saying. Seems like she's kind of a puppet, but go ahead.
How is she a puppet?
Because I just told you, I said the only reason why she was promoted internationally as much as she was versus other people who were doing the same thing as her is because that one, it's part of the British music empire. They specifically picked her out and said, oh, this is perfect because we know that black people are going to try to make every type of thing we do. They make the destructive stuff. They make action movies and people being killed and thugism. White people do it too. They knew that black people would try to do it, so they said, let's pick Lauryn Hill and push her to the forefront of music so that if any black person tries to make any type of destructive, crazy, almost borderline, it sounds like violent music, we'll automatically be able to pin her against that person and say, oh no, see, look what they're doing, that's bad. They're not woke, they're doing unconscious music. So what? It's entertainment. The whole point of making the music is entertainment. We're not putting this out there to put someone in office. We're not making content and entertainment to get people elected.
You know what?
That's what I was getting at, is that's what I was saying, is that's a part of black culture. I think that wasn't agreed upon to have that done because black culture, entertainment is part of our culture. It is.
Like she made music that made people cry. Like,
I'm not talking about the quality. You're talking about something. I'm not talking about the quality of music. Her quality of music is perfect. I'm not saying the quality wasn't bad. I'm talking about the message and the actual agenda. The agenda was conscious music. That was the agenda. I'm saying that agenda should not have pretty much set a premise so
it's
that
not just. It wasn't just being conscious on it wasn't just being conscious on a world level. It was conscious on a spiritual level too.
Yeah.
Like, so that was one thing that was unique about her.
Okay, the spirituality, I can get behind that. I'm not really talking about the spiritual side of things. Like I said, Lauryn Hill's respected for the body of work. I'm just saying some of it is inflated, as in it was purposely done in a political light. That's why every time you look up Lauryn Hill, is always talking about racism, and it's almost like a wokeness feel to it. It's almost like you can sense it. It's like there's some politics there, clearly.
Yeah, I know, like, Lauryn Hill, it's just politics, but however, they're not gonna let a dark-skinned woman be politicized like that. Like, they would prefer to let somebody of a lighter complexion do the woke image. They would prefer that.
They'll prefer who to do the woke image?
Someone of a lighter complexion.
I don't know about that.
They would.
Me personally, I don't know about that. I think that there's been a spearheaded.
That's where the color.
Okay, give me an example of someone that's been promoted as light skinned to do that.
Okay, Alicia Keys.
So she's supposedly woke.
Wait,
Alicia Keys is woke?
Alicia Keys, if you listen, she is one of those people that's.
Okay, maybe you're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
She's gonna say something about racism and stuff.
If she was the color Lauryn Hill,
they
wouldn't put up with that with her. They're only putting up with her because she's a fair skin color and I was gonna say piano, but I don't think that matters. But
no, yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying that they don't want to hear the dark-skinned woman complaining about not getting paid enough.
Yes.
Gotcha. What I'm trying to say is that why is it that that's the premise? And I don't want to
ask them.
Hold on.
I have no idea.
I got. Listen. What I'm trying to figure out is, and you may not have the answer, but it is something that I noticed too. Why is that the premise? To make music and hip hop, you have to be woke. That's what I'm saying.
No, but what I'm saying is,
if you want to be successful in hip hop, you got to be political and somewhat woke.
It's okay to be woke, but they would prefer a lighter skinned woman to be woke in the industry versus a darker skin like Lauryn Hill.
See, and this is the thing. I don't want to confuse woke
That's
with.
Where colorism
I don't want to confuse woke with consciousness, because the original thing was that Lauryn Hill's conscious. She never really came from a woke standpoint, because I don't think she's gonna be talking about LGBTQ in her music and all that other stuff. So I don't want to get those confused, but
That's
I want you
where
to.
colorism comes
I got you. I want you to understand that woke and consciousness is kind of two in the same coin. It's like almost the same freaking thing. They pretty much managed to turn into, okay, consciousness is woke. Being conscious is woke. Okay? So I get what you're saying when you say, well, they would prefer to hear it from a lighter skinned woman. But I think that's just more of a guilt thing when it comes to maybe the other side. And when I say the other side, I'm talking about obviously white people. They probably feel a little bit guilty seeing that, what's her name? Alicia Keys is biracial. So, like, why the hell is she complaining? That's what I'm saying. So that's probably what you're talking about. But what I'm trying to get at is hip-hop itself should not have turned into that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean,
there's only a few people who are non-black in hip-hop. For hip-hop to turn into that is fucking sad. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said Southern people are probably not going to hear it like that. They're going to hear something else. Maybe West Coast too. They're going to hear something else. Because, like, that's not true. Hip-hop is made by black people. It wasn't made by everybody. Hip-hop is black culture. Bliggity black. That is black culture. I don't care what you say. There probably was a few entities in there that added to it. But obviously the drill and the trap, you won't even hear really nothing woke there. Because that's hard. It's hard to say that's all black culture. We know that there's other elements there where it's like that's not completely black culture. But hip hop is completely black culture. That is black culture. The fact that it got turned into political, conscious, woke stuff is where I as someone who has family who watched the rise and fall of hip hop, I draw a line at and say that's not all of hip hop. There's more to hip hop than just consciousness and being woke and politicized. There's more to hip hop than that. You know what I mean? It's like hip hop turned into like victim culture almost. It did. That's why dudes moved on to trap stuff because it's like we're tired of hearing that. Even worse than black, I'm trying to get the money with my purse on my back. Enough is enough. Police kill a man, he's a hero. I'm walking around like a Negro. It's enough is enough. Every black person can't do that. That's all I'm saying. It became a joke after a while. And black people started to see, oh, this is a political puppet thing. And I think maybe Lauryn Hill lost a little steam there. That was part of her downfall, the blacklisted part that she doesn't want to admit. Not saying she was used as a puppet.
That was colorism.
What?
And that was colorism.
What do you mean?
Like I said, they would rather see somebody lighter promote conscious stuff, black conscious stuff, than somebody as dark as Lauryn Hill. But when it comes to dark skinned women, they want us to be adapting more into their culture.
And just say it. If
Like
you're dark skin, if you're dark skinned woman, they want you to shake your butt on camera. Just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, that they want you to straighten your hair. They want you to wear blonde wigs.
They want you to pander more to what they got going on.
Yeah, but the light skinned woman can wear dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And talk about police brutality.
Right.
That's a color.
No, but see, everything you're saying is what I am trying to get at. They've purposely orchestrated our music to be like that.
Did you just say
No,
that?
because
it literally sounded like he was coming at Lauryn Hill.
No, I am somewhat coming at Lauryn Hill because she doing the woke stuff.
Okay, thank you for telling me that.
I'm not coming at her, but I am putting her on the burner a little bit. It's okay. She can handle it. I am putting her on the burner a little bit because she did pander in that way to a slightly. She knew what she was doing.
Again, that's a colorism thing because it's like if Alicia Keys can talk about that stuff, why can't Lauryn Hill?
What do you mean if Alicia Keys can talk about it, why can't Lauryn Hill? First of all, Lauryn Hill did talk about it. I'm saying
but she got blackballed.
I'm saying the reason why she got blackballed is because that's not the hear me out. That's not the only, that's part of it, but that's not the only reason why.
There's no other.
Then hear me out. The only reason why she's gotten blackballed for promoting the woke and conscious stuff is because black people started to wake up and saw that as a joke. That's why I just said.
Oh, but it wasn't a joke when Alicia Keys started talking about it.
What are you talking about? This is.
It wasn't a joke when she started talking about it. You see what I'm talking about?
Oh, I heard you. I got you. What I was saying is the reason why I said black people started to see the consciousness as a joke because not every black person could do that. Not every black person could do even worse than black. The police always chasing on my back. Not every black person could do it like that.
But every biracial or light-skinned person can do it.
Listen, like I said, don't you ask this shit like you said. Ask them why they're doing it like that. And I'm saying that no, Lauryn Hill set the premise for that. She's the reason why you have a lot of these people out here who may be a little bit more, hear me out, who may be a little bit more fair-skinned, but they realize, oh, there's actually some money to be made here. All I got to do is be complaining about being black, and I'll make money, and not being paid enough. That's all I got to do is complain about being black, because that's what Lauryn Hill did.
Okay.
She set the premise for that whole conscious woke crap in hip hop. She did.
Respond to that?
Okay, go ahead.
It doesn't matter who did it first.
Now it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Now it doesn't matter who did it first. Okay.
It does not matter because listen, Becky can apply for a job.
Yeah.
That she sees at Macy's and get the job, and I could go apply for the same job and get turned down automatically.
And
because I saw that, because I saw that she got the job. I'm like, oh, she got it. Okay, let me go apply for that job because I'll get the job. But they see that I'm a black woman, so they turn me down. It doesn't matter who did it first.
I would say it does.
It doesn't.
But
it does not.
I don't see how that translates over to why it doesn't matter.
That's what you're saying. You're saying because Lauryn Hill did it first.
She did.
It was Lauryn Hill's fault or whatever.
I'm not gonna say necessarily she was the first one to do it, but she set the premise for it. She set the premise for artists to be woke in their music. She set the premise for artists to be woke in her music. And then other people started coming out the woodwork saying, "Oh, well, maybe there's some way to get ahead like this. All I gotta do is complain about being black and struggle." Huh? So that's all hip hop music is black and struggle. Cause listen, if you was an artist, you know what I'm talking about. If you did music, you know what I'm talking about. You trying to make music. Not getting enough money. It's really Stop. Enough is enough. All black music is not about struggle. That's all I'm saying.
So I should go talk about my poom poom and how much I'm getting popped in the head.
You gotta stop making a joke out of it.
I'm serious. It's like, why do I have to be conscious or over sexual? Why can't I talk about meeting a new friend? Why can't I talk about regular life stuff? Why do I have to talk about one or the other?
What I'm saying is, it doesn't.
That's my thing.
My thing is this: it should not matter. It's entertainment. So even if you did want to talk about getting shot in the head, even if you did want to...
Okay, so if somebody was to put a song saying, I'm gonna kill Monique Rose, would you say, oh, that's entertainment? No, you're gonna say, get him, he's trying to kill you.
First of all, imagine being someone who is, maybe part of white society, right, in America, and they listening to Lauryn Hill. What does she say? What's some of her famous lines in her songs? The miseducation of black children or something like that. We not getting paid enough. All the things Lauryn Hill has encapsulated into her music. Imagine being a white person having to hear that. You don't think they probably feel like, we're doing something wrong, We're hurting. What I'm saying is she purposely made her music to pander to that. She's actually loved by white people. Listen to Lauryn Hill too. It's not just all black people. White people listen to her music too.
Yeah, I'm talking about when I say white people, I mean the people who control the industry. They're
Right.
the colorist ones.
Right. So you're saying that they would prefer. So basically, what you're saying is they would prefer to hear it from someone like J. Cole or Lauryn Hill. I mean, Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
The conscious stuff. They don't
Yeah.
want to hear the consciousness from Lauryn Hill.
Yes.
Okay, that's a fair point. However, I would say this.
No, there's no however.
No. I have to say it. However, she was the first person to do it. She was the first. She was not the first person, but she. That was the biggest part of her music. Because like I said, if she was doing the "I'll pop niggas in the head" and doing all that gangster stuff, Lauryn Hill would not be the person she is.
Here you go.
You won't even acknowledge that I said that.
No, you're trying to. I feel like
But
you're trying to dismiss.
no, hear me out.
Dismiss. It couldn't be more obvious.
You wouldn't even acknowledge that I just said that. If Lauryn Hill was to talk about
So
all the
what if
gangsterism stuff and all the entertainment stuff, her career would not be where it was if she
You're
talked about that stuff.
You're trying to gloss over the fact that who cares who did it first? It doesn't matter who did it first. It's colorism.
I don't know why you keep saying it doesn't matter who did it first. I think that's a big part of it. It's not like
What you're doing right now is nothing new from what other people have done. Gloss over topics like colorism and stuff.
not glossing over colorism. I'm saying that if white people or people who listen, first of all, like I said, are we trying to make money from black people or make money from white people? Did not you glossing over that? If you're an artist, you should have a diverse audience. But if you was to make it big with just a black audience, that's still just as good as making it big with a white audience. It's just as good. To say a white audience is more appealing is somewhat racist yourself.
How does that make any sense? How does that relate
I want to. If you're going on stage cooning, I'm sorry, I can't support you. If you're going on stage cooning, I can't support you. And when I say cooning, I'm talking about somebody who purposely goes on stage, degrades black people, and some people will be like, well, that's entertainment too. Why can't that be entertainment? Because it's cooning, and you're degrading the image of black people. You're talking bad about them, making them look worse than what they actually are. You're saying all this extra shit about them. Oh, they do this, they do that. Black people can't read. They're stupid. They probably gonna be dropouts. A daddy probably in jail. Mama probably got 5 other kids by 6 baby daddies. That's cooning. In my agenda, that's cooning. So what I'm saying is that if you're getting on stage and you're doing stuff like that, you're clearly trying to pander to white folk, because black people ain't gonna sit up there and put up with that for too long. They're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're really trying to not just expose us, but degrade us at this point. Because, yeah, we do have bad elements of our culture, but that's not entertaining to us. That's what I'm saying. Entertainment should be entertainment. It should not be trying to make people feel bad or feel inferior. And I'm not saying Lauryn Hill did that, but she did have a political message behind her music, and she was one of the first ones to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do this woke stuff. It wasn't called woke back then in the 1990s, but if you look at it from today's perspective, it does get considered as almost woke, borderline woke, and conscious. It gets looked upon that as a point that you can literally be like, who do you think Lauryn Hill will vote for? Biden. You can tell by the music she makes who she would vote for. And I'm saying that's a bad look in a sense to say, well, all music should be like that. No, not all black people are Democrats. I'm not trying to make things political, but that's a little too much. It should be entertainment. Let entertainment be entertainment. This is the reason why you have all this stuff in our music industry today. It's because people are not making music because they enjoy it. They're making it to push an agenda. And that's fine, but not all the time. That's all I'm saying. Give it a break. Actually enjoy the artistry of it, the entertainment factor of it. That's all can we agree on that? That's my hope. That was my whole point with Lauryn Hill. We should start making music for the entertainment value, not the political value.
Well, it's funny how you coming at Lauryn Hill, but you're not coming at Sexy Red and Ice Spice.
What do you mean? You just hold on. You just said that light-skinned people, right? Lighter skin tone people, they want to hear consciousness from them. When you say they, you're clearly talking about white folks. Right? You're clearly talking about white folks when you say they.
I'm talking about the white elites, the ones who control the
Yes,
media.
they want to hear light-skinned people talking about consciousness.
Yes.
What do black people want to listen to?
What we want to listen to is, I mean, black people, it depends on the black person. It depends on the black person, but white people control the
I got that part. We can still support. That's what I'm saying. We got to get out of that mindset, though.
I understand.
I'm telling you I'm trying to help you understand. Black people can support black people, right? Tyler Perry made a killing off of Medea, and most of his audience was black females.
Yeah.
Okay, so black people can support black people. We know that that's possible. What I'm saying is that you may be right in a sense when you say white people want to hear lighter skin tone, maybe biracial people. They're talking about consciousness a little bit more. Maybe white people want to hear them talk about it versus the dark skinned individual. That's fine. What I'm saying is, what do dark skins or black people want to listen to? What do they want to listen to? What do they want to hear?
I don't understand what you're getting at, because it's just like...
I mean, it's a very simple question. I just said, if white people want to hear... We're talking about consciousness, okay? That's what we're talking about. White elites want to hear biracial or fair-skinned, because that's what you just said.
Yes.
They want to hear fair-skinned individuals be conscious, more conscious, versus someone like Lauryn Hill or darker skin. They don't want to hear Kanye West be too conscious, okay?
Yeah.
What do black people want to hear?
I said it depends on the black person.
Okay, so if that's your answer for what black people want to hear, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that is really how our industry is set up. It's entertainment. Depends on what the person wants to hear. So if a black person says, hey, Tyler Perry dressing like Medea is funny, and black people support that, then that's what it is. Don't hate the consumer. I mean, don't hate the person making the content. Hate the consumer. If black people want to hear, I fuck bitches, I kill niggas, I pop niggas in the head. If black people want to hear that, why would you hate the person? And say, you're wrong for wanting to listen to that. The consumer is wrong. I mean, I'm sorry, the person making it is wrong. They're eating, I'm sorry, not the consumer. That's what I'm saying. Don't come at the person making the content. Come at the person who's consuming it, because they're still going to want to consume it. Give you a better example. If I'm selling drugs, and I say, hey, you're selling drugs in our neighborhood, that's a bad thing. Okay. How many people are coming to buy drugs? Oh, the whole block is buying drugs from you, though. Okay. So what are you going to do? We're going to take you to jail. You can take me to jail, but people are going to still buy drugs. You did not solve the issue. You just locked someone up. Maybe help the person who's consuming that person. Maybe go after them. That's all I'm saying. You heard this saying, hate the game, don't hate the game, don't hate the player. Because the player is just doing what the game told them to do. So that's all I'm trying to get at, is that I really don't go after the people the Gucci Mans and all these different people who they built their whole career off of what you're talking about. Because I know they're only entertainers. That's all they are, entertainers. You're not going to attack an actor because they did a raunchy scene. You might get a little bit of gossip. They might get a little bit of backlash. But they're going to still keep going.
Yeah, but at the same time, they know they have a huge influence on people.
Yes, I get that part. But it's what people want to consume. You just said that it depends on the black person. You just literally said that. You just said that it depends on I said, what do black people like to watch? You said it depends. So I'm saying that you can't be mad at the person producing the content if there's people going to watch it. Now you get where I'm coming from? I'm not trying to make excuses for anyone. All I'm saying is that entertainment should be entertainment versus this thing. Nope, it has to have an agenda behind it, or otherwise it's not entertainment no more. I'm sorry, I can't accept that. Some music and some forms of entertainment, people are just doing whatever the hell they want. People do stupid shit on camera all the time. You can't sit up there and say, well...
but there's an agenda behind that.
Yes, what I'm saying is that, and thank you, I'm glad you pointed that out. There is agenda behind most of the entertainment, but sometimes we need to start taking entertainment as entertainment. It's just entertainment. That's all it is. It can be an agenda,
well,
right?
They're not taking it as just entertainment.
Who's not taking it as entertainment?
People who control it. They have an agenda behind pushing these people.
Who's to say that didn't happen to Lauryn Hill? That's all I'm saying. Who's to say that she wasn't a puppet?
They tried to make her a puppet, but she didn't want to.
I'm just saying, who's to say that they didn't do that to her? Because, like you said, if they control the media, they control the media. They control what people want to hear. You see what I'm saying? And don't look. This is what I will say. I'm not taking away from any of the messages she said in her music. She like I said, very high value artistry. We gotta wrap this up too. She's had a great career. She's done her music. Okay. Her messages in her music, very valid. Racism, consciousness, all that stuff is valid. And most black people will agree, yeah, she has a point in her music. That's where she gets the respect from. And she was truthful. Now, if you was to say, hey, Lauryn Hill got big because she was an honest person in her entertainment, I would have gave you the thumbs up for that. But, and you never not said it, and you never did say it, so it's okay. But at the same time, where I'm coming from is that not all black people are going to agree and say, well, all of our entertainment should be in the same light as that. You can't sit up there and say that's what all of our, and you never said that. I'm just saying it is kind of an energy, especially from up here, especially in this part of the U.S. Oh, if your music ain't conscious, it's not really that value. And they listen out for it too. If you talking about all that pop smoke crap and shoot niggas in the head, lay them down in the bed, they're gonna be like, send his ass west. Send them down. They're gonna send you out of here. You're gonna have to leave because it's an energy out there that you can't do the music that you want to do unless it has some conscious level to it. And I'm saying that has to end. I get that the North has this strong stance when it comes to liberalism, but at some point you gotta say take the entertainment and switch that a little bit because it's just entertainment. Your entertainment should not be politicized. It should be for the art. Hip-hop any part of black culture should not have any politics. We need to remove all politics out of our culture. Culture is culture. Your individual political ideology should be what you want. Whatever you want. When it comes to our culture, leave the fucking politics out of it, please. That is destroying our culture because it's making people believe we have to vote and move a certain way in order to get ahead with art. With art. That's what I'm saying. These people make every type of shit that we've done did. Thuggism, porn, action films. And you can say it's all wrong, but I would say it's just art. How can you say art is wrong? Poetry, orchestra stuff. They make good stuff too. You're just looking at one aspect of somebody's culture and focusing on that and saying, well, they're doing that. That's wrong. I'm going to do the opposite and now I'm better than them. I don't care about all the stupid shit they're doing because it's just entertainment.
Okay, so would you let your girlfriend or wife do porn?
Me personally, no. I
rest my case.
No, stop it.
If you're not gonna let her do porn.
That was a bad way to try to rest your case. That was not good. No. Here we are. The reason why I wouldn't let my girlfriend do porn or do any of those things.
Because it's just art, right?
No. Slow down. Because if I knew who she was before she decided to do that, I would seriously have to question why she chose to do that. Right? Like I said earlier before, we're not going to trust a guy from Shrewsbury talking about the fiscal year of the quarterly earnings, and then on the other side of that coin, yeah, niggas be fun chill. Get out of here. That's not you. That's not you. That's what I'm saying. We know when someone's being authentic. Black people can get a good idea like, that's not really you, you're putting on a facade. When I'm saying the whole point of entertainment, your stage name, it's a facade. It's not you. It's just for entertainment. Why would you demonize somebody for entertainment?
No, a name. I understand that. But
That's all it is entertainment. It's not supposed to be like, that's really who they are. How? They're purposely recording this and doing it. And if you notice during the Lauryn Hill interview, she said, I'm happy I can still go to the store and buy eggs, because she's basically saying people, the entertainment she's put out has helped her be able to pretty much still continuously live a normal life, which is a very good thing. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that it should never be a blockade there, where it's like you can only do one thing, and if you don't do it that way, you won't be able to make it. We have to remove that from our culture. Stop with the politicalization of our music.
That's what they're trying to do in the media.
What do you mean?
They want people, they're trying to, like you said, destroy the black community by pushing the sexy reds, the ice.
But see, you keep going back to that part of the culture, and I'm saying that is just one aspect of black culture. Once again, one aspect. Okay, great. Are there other aspects? Yes. They do conscious stuff. They do educational stuff. There's educational rap back in 1992 when the president was there. They have educational rap. Look it up. Other aspects of black culture does not get as much attention. Like I said, don't attack the player, attack the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Go after the consumers who's consuming that content. Clearly, they're consuming it. So why are you gonna say, oh no, stop the person who's eating off of that stuff? They're consuming it. They want that. The audience wants to hear that. So now you're gonna blame that's all I'm saying. Come on, we gotta wake up on that. And the reason why we haven't woken up on that is because we have a mindset to try to politicize our music, and there's people who are purposely, strategically put into our culture to try to turn it into something it's not. This is our art, and it goes beyond any fucking government or any political or vote. Art is art, man. Period. If you want to make your whole career based around politics and voting, go right on ahead. But me, I think that when it comes to black culture, there's so many moving parts, it's almost impossible to have it like that.
I agree.
It's impossible to have it like that.
I agree. And I think we need to expand. Like, it shouldn't be over politicized, and it shouldn't be over sexualized.
100%.
I think
There should be a balance. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All I'm saying is this, and I'll leave it at this, and we're gonna wrap this up. Art should be art, period. Entertainment should be entertainment. When we start trying to blend reality and politics with something that's supposed to be entertainment, people start getting confused and thinking, well, I can only do it if I do it this way. You understand what I'm saying? If we can bring it back to Tyler Perry and Medea. Not every black woman acts like Medea. It's entertainment. That's all it is. It's just entertainment. Now, if some black women may feel like, well, he put a dent in black female comedian careers because now they have to act like Medea in order to get accepted, I would say your mindset is a little warped, but I can understand why you would say that. Because Tyler Perry has made so much success off of acting like Medea. So I can understand why you're saying that. But is that the truth? No. You don't have to act like Medea to get ahead as a female black comedian. You don't have to be like in the same, you know what I'm saying, the character. You don't have to take on the traits of that specific character to get ahead. So that's all I'm saying is that, like, we gotta remember that they do this a lot. They'll put characters out there and say, well, if you're not like that person, then you're not gonna make it. This is one black person amongst millions of black people. I'm sorry, you can't just say that's the end all be all. It's not.
I understand that, but
especially when it comes to entertainment.
Unless you were like blackballed for being a Carlton or a Lauryn Hill or Candace Owens, you probably wouldn't understand
I personally don't know too many people being blackballed for those examples. But if you are just talking about them being dark skinned, that has nothing to do with why they were actually blackballed. It may have had a small part, but the complete total package is what I told you.
Because of the fact that they're not thugs or they're not ratchet.
But I just asked you, if Lauryn Hill was to talk like a thug, would she have been Lauryn Hill? No.
No, but what I'm saying is, in the black, so you went back to Medea.
Okay.
And that's in the black community. It's more acceptable because if you don't act like that, you're whitewashed or you're labeled as an Oriole or you're labeled as less of a black person. If you act otherwise or if you're educated.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I was pretty much saying. Medea,
I mean, we can always flip that coin. I think you already know that already. The angry black woman. That's what I'm saying. Everything you're saying, I'm pretty much giving you the vice versa why that does not make sense. Because you'll get black.
Okay.
Hear me out. You'll get black. Let me finish. You'll get blackballed for acting ratchet. You hear me? You'll get blackballed for acting like the angry black woman. You get labeled as difficult to work with.
again, that's a colorism thing.
Tyler Perry is not the lightest skin. He's not really that light skinned.
No, but Krishan Rock is.
Who?
Krishan Rock.
I don't even know who that is. Let me look that up. And I don't know how that translates over to what we're talking about. But like I said,
What you just said is actually a colorism.
Krishan Rock. Oh, Christian Rock. Yeah. Okay.
It's a colorism thing. It's not.
No, but no. You're missing my point. Let me make it clear because you kind of missed my point. I was saying that you said that you'll get blackballed if you are intelligent and you're a dark skinned person. As in, they want you to act ratchet in order for you to get ahead.
In the black community.
Oh, in the black community.
Yes.
Boom. Thank you for making that distinction.
Yes, in the black community, not the white community.
So you're saying if you're a dark skinned person and you're educated, white people will love you.
Yeah, white people.
Okay.
Not black people.
Okay. And if you're not black people, but if you're hood and you a gangster, white people gonna hate you and black people gonna love you.
Yes.
That proves my point. That's what I'm saying.
It proves mine too.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Because I just told you, if you're a black person and you're a hood person, they'll hate you and black people will love you. Here you go.
It proves my point. That's what I've been saying
No,
about Tyler Perry.
No, I gotta pause a minute because that's kind of messing me up. No, what I was saying is this. And let's make it clear so we know which points we're trying to make. You said that if you're a dark-skinned person and you you're an intelligent person. Okay? You are intelligent. You can't act intelligent.
Yeah.
You can't act intelligent.
Yeah.
You are intelligent. Mm-hmm. You are conscious. Mm-hmm. White people will love you.
Yeah.
Notice what you said. Dark skin. You didn't say light skin. You didn't say if you're light skin and you're intelligent and you're conscious.
No. I was just talking about. I mean, I was basically saying, because you said Medea.
I brought up Medea.
You brought up Medea.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
In the black community, I was saying in the black community,
mm-hmm.
people would rather see black people act like that.
In the black community, they would rather see dark-skinned people shake their butts and act like gorillas.
Yes.
In the black community.
In the black community.
Okay, so that includes dark skins and light skins. I just want to let you know that. Okay, I want to make sure. All right, go ahead, continue. I didn't say white, but I'm just letting you know that includes dark skins and black and light skins. They would prefer to see dark skins shaking their booties, acting like gorillas. We get it. Next point.
Yeah, well, colorism does play a small part in it.
Yeah.
Like, we can't ignore colorism as if it doesn't have any influence, because it does.
Okay. Go to your next point, because I think that there might be a little bit of a warped mindset there as far as like, if you're dark skinned, you're not going to be appreciated in the black community. I think that's a lie. I think that there's plenty of dark. Hear me out. Before you suck your teeth and you get upset because of me saying that, I think that's a lie, because there's plenty of black people who are dark skinned, who are very successful in the black community, who own businesses, who are intelligent, and who are conscious. Black people love that person. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion. Now, maybe you could be like, well, do you represent that thing? Okay, maybe I don't represent it, but I've seen it. I think that if you're a dark-skinned person and you choose to go to college, you choose to be an intelligent person, you may not be street loved, and it's only because you was not in the streets. You was in school. You had your head in a book. You was intelligent. I don't think that you can't just go as far as say, oh, all black people don't love me now. I don't think that's the truth. But finish your point. I just want to make sure you're heard too, because I don't want it to be a thing where it's just like it's always me trying to overtalk you, because that's not true. But go ahead.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
But if you think that there's something else, I'm saying go ahead and say it, because it sounds like you were saying that if you're black and intelligent and conscious, white people will support you. They'll love you. If you're dark skinned and you're intelligent and smart, it sounds like you're saying that they will support you. If you're dark skinned, intelligent, smart, conscious, they'll support you, but black people won't. That's what it sounded like you were saying.
Yeah, that is what I was saying.
Okay. Like I said, you did not say light skinned though. If a light skinned person acts intelligent, important, and smart.
I don't know if, in that sense, I don't know if color, the reason why I didn't say dark skin and light skin, I don't know if colorism plays a part in that particular area.
That's what I'm trying to get
I'm
at.
not sure about colorism in that area.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't mention it.
Yeah.
But I'm as far where what I was talking about as far as the colorism was the overly consciousness. Colorism plays a part in that area, whereas a light skinned person can be overly conscious, whereas a darker skinned person can't.
So you're saying that if you're dark skinned and you're conscious, white people won't love you?
No.
Black people
they're seen as like a threat to them or something.
Okay, so if you're overly dark skin, let's make sure we keep the color, because you're talking about colorism, not race. So if a dark skinned person is consciousness, white people feel like that's a threat to them.
Yes.
Conscious.
Yes.
I'm not saying conscious is woke, but they are very thin line between those two. So if you're conscious and you're dark skinned, white people love you. What about black people? Do they love you if you're conscious and you're dark skinned?
I mean, yeah.
How?
I would say so. Listen.
I don't see that.
People highly respect Lauryn Hill in the black community.
Hear me out. I personally don't see it.
Yeah, because you don't respect her.
No, I don't. Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. Don't you ever put words in my mouth. I never said that. I said that I still respect Lauryn Hill. I think some of her success is inflated. And when I said inflated, it was really a low-key way of saying that it's not all from black people. Her success wasn't just sheerly love from black people. Let's be honest. Like I said, if you're a young black person today, you're not searching for Lauryn Hill's newest mixtape or whatever. You're not searching for that. So that's what I'm saying is that when you say white people don't love her for her consciousness, it's like, I'm not white. I don't know about that. I think white people probably might listen to her a little bit more. But what I would say is this. It's politicized. That's why she might get attention in certain areas and not another, okay? So, with that being said, what I'm trying to say here is, and I asked you, I said, if a dark-skinned person is conscious, will they be promoted and loved by black people? That I can actually respond to. In my opinion, in some cases, yes. Some cases. Not in all cases. And the reason why I'm saying not in all cases is because you have some dark-skinned rappers who were conscious who never made it. They never got the flowers and attention that they deserved. They just never have. You know, it's the gangster dudes who kind of made it a little bit more. They definitely got more attention and love than like the black conscious dude. Like for instance, like Drake. Look at Drake and then Kendrick Lamar. Who do you think? Drake is not conscious. He doesn't make conscious music. Kendrick Lamar does, and he's happened to be dark skinned. Who do you think garnered more success in their career? From black people. Drake. That's what I'm saying. Kendrick Lamar is loved, but he's gonna be loved by like Mac Millers and this type of character. That's what I'm saying. White people actually respect the dark-skinned conscious rapper more than the Drake. Black people like the Drakes. We'll listen to that. She used to call me on my cell phone. We'll listen to that shit before we listen to Kendrick Lamar. And we know that's a fact. So I'm saying don't hate the person making the music, hate the consumer.
No, it's not about. No one's hating.
Not hate the consumer, but question why the consumer likes it. Don't question why the person's making the music. Question why the consumer likes what they're listening to.
Yeah.
Why does the consumer like Drake's music more than Kendrick Lamar's music? I don't think it's because he's dark skinned. That's all I'm saying. I personally don't think it's because Kendrick Lamar is dark skinned. We don't want to support him.
Well, with men it's different. So.
What do you mean with men is different? Music is music, but go ahead. What do you mean by that? Men is different. What do you mean by that?
When it comes to colorism, men and women's situation is different.
Okay, but what does that have to do with us not wanting to listen to? I mean, I don't understand. My thing is this. I thought you specifically said that if you're dark skinned and you're woke, or not woke, conscious. I'll use the word conscious because, like I said, woke has a bad negative connotation to it. If you're dark skinned and you're conscious, white people are not going to listen to you as much.
Yeah.
I'm disagreeing with that because our culture proves that's not the case.
I mean, the consumers didn't blackball her. It was the people who controls the media that blackballed her.
Who blackballed Lauryn Hill?
She had white audience.
Yeah, but black people can blow people up. We can make people successful. Look at Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry did not really make conscious stuff. I mean, you could say it was somewhat conscious, but he had to put on a dress to do it. Let's just say that. He had to dress like a female and then speak about the conscious stuff, and then that's when black people would listen to him. He couldn't just be Tyler Perry and keep the same message as Medea. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I'm saying that you got to understand the psychology behind what black people are trying to say. They don't really want to hear that stuff, especially when it's coming from the person's mouth. They rather hear it from someone else. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Black people would love to hear a white person be conscious. If we had a white artist that came out and said, yup, it's hard to be a black person. I know it is. You know, they trying to get money and get real big, but they be struggling because of motherfuckers like us. Don't have a car, got to take the bus. Boy, black people go crazy. Like, finally. We would say, finally. They can understand where we coming from. But when it's a dark-skinned person that does it, oh, nigga, we heard that 1,000,000 times. That's why I said Lauryn Hill set the premise for that to pretty much, you see what I'm saying? Not be cut off, but now it's purposely like you can't make music unless it's conscious. You cannot make they not gonna, especially if you're from up north. You try to do all that pop smoke shit and 5-year foreign, you gotta leave. You go west. That's what I'm saying. That was wrong. That needs to be reversed, in my opinion. Music should not be politicized. Period. Don't matter what color you come from. Entertainment is entertainment. The fact that we have to be puppets in music just to get ahead is sad. And you may say, well, what about the people doing all the killing and all the rapping about killing people and all this stuff like that? Don't you think that's politicized too? Yeah, it may be, but at the same time, everybody else is doing it. And I'm not saying just because everybody else is doing it is bad, but what I am saying is don't hate the person, the creator, hate the consumer. Go after the consumer. Because like I said, you can lock up the drug dealer, but that don't stop the drug addict from looking for another drug dealer. Do you get where I'm coming from? Crack is crack. I'm just telling you how the world works. We in the money game, like Steve Harvey said. Crack is crack. You can take the person selling it, but the person who's smoking it is still going to want to smoke it. So help that person. Aid them in knowing what's healthy to consume for them. And I agree with you. Don't think I'm not disagreeing. I love Lauryn Hill, and the reason why she is, I said wheezing. What am I facing? The reason why she is. That's stupid. The reason why Lauryn Hill is loved and revered as much as she is because she made her art, and she also had a message of consciousness in there as well. Respect. Honesty, really being honest. That was the biggest thing. I'm not shitting on her for that. What I am shitting on is the fact that music has been politicized because of that. Now it's like, oh, look at her. She did it. Now every black person must do. What the fuck are you talking about? Why can't she just have done it and everybody else say, we're going to do entertainment the way we want to do it? That's all I'm saying. They purposely set it up like that. So, you know, her in my opinion, her success is a little bit inflated because they're not giving out conscious cards to dark skinned people. They're not giving that out no more. If you a dark skinned person talking about it's hard out here for me, and you know, I gotta work really hard, people gonna be like, bro, we heard that a million times. They're not gonna want to hear you no more. This is why you have all these other, you know, these rappers doing the gangster shit, because they trying to, what are they trying to do? Burn out the gangsterism. Do you understand what I'm saying? They trying to burn out the gangsterism so they can be conscious. That's not how that works. Just do entertainment, man. Stop trying to reverse what Lauryn Hill did so you can have a reason to try to be conscious again, because it's not going to work. And that's exactly what they're doing with the music industry today. They're trying to find a reason to be conscious now. Because there ain't no reason to be conscious no more. Niggas is getting paid, man. That police brutality is really 1 in a million. Not saying it doesn't happen, but it's like you can't use that as a way to catapult your way to success no more. You can't use that no more. Tupac is dead, okay? Can't use that no more. That's all I'm trying to get at, okay? Now, going back to what you said, and then we're going to wrap this up. You may say, oh, well, J. Cole and the rest of some characters are still conscious. Yes, they're still conscious. However, it does kind of make sense what you're saying when you say it's a colorism thing, as in they would prefer to hear a light-skinned person saying it, as in when you say they, we. If a light-skinned person is talking conscious, we may tune in. Be like, what is this motherfucker saying? White people would be like, what is this person talking They may be like, why is this person complaining now? So that's why I said that she set the premise for other groups of people to take. Basically, it's like her message was a baton passed on to the next group of people who may not be in the same position, but they're still black too. I'm not saying biracial people are not black. They're black too. I'm saying that it's just a different face saying it. It's not the same dark-skinned face saying it. It's a different mouth saying it now. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, we can go on about Lauryn Hill all day long. I love her. Not to death, but to life. Because I don't play that crap. Lauryn Hill is one of the best. Highly respected. Her music will still be playing 20 years later. However, I do think that she should speak up a little bit more as far as the politicization. The politicalization. Is that how you say it? Am I saying this word wrong? I can't even say it. Basically, music being turned, she should speak up more about how people are being used as puppets in the music industry to push some type of political agenda. She should speak up on that. She definitely is somewhat obligated to speak up on that. And the fact that she doesn't is kind of a slap in the face a little bit, but it's okay. It's like, all right, bet. You don't want to speak up on that, or you feel like you're too good to speak on it, that's cool. She probably like, I've been speaking up on it. However, look at where the media has become now. So maybe we need that voice of hope so we can get back to being actual, authentic, genuine people so that we can create content without the agenda. We just create an entertainment for what it is. See what I'm saying? So that was a good, long. We've been doing this for at least probably 3 or 4 a couple hours now. We're gonna wrap this up. How did you? Any last thoughts or anything? Anything you would like to say to your listeners or anyone like that? Where can they find you? Where you got any social media accounts, Instagram, or Facebook page, or no, not Facebook, but probably your business. You want to promote your business? Go ahead.
Well, my business is called Soft Scents. I hand make fragrances that can be used for house and skin. They're toxin free and 100% safe on sensitive skin. My website is actually, I'll give you my email, is softscents, SOFTSCENTS 1993 @gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. So you guys heard that. Shoot her email at softscents1993 @gmail.com. Check out her website as well. That would be softscents1993.com, right? Check out her products. She always has products up there for sale, new stuff being pumped out. You guys go ahead and check out her business, and we will be back with another episode real soon. I can't tell you exactly when, but we'll definitely stay tuned. We'll be back with some more stuff, more topics. I hope you guys enjoyed.